Let's go. Oh shit, I forgot my pillow. Oh no, Jeff. Wait, be right back. I forgot my pillow. Let me go grab it right now. Huh. I'm back. Okay. Right. Do I have to do voices for today? Find out in a minute as I set up the place. Okay. Alright. I've considered the defense counsel request for a further summation examination of the jury for the second time. And I have determined that the court must uphold the defense's judicial right to this procedure. You good? I'm fine. I'm doing okay. Just playing some game. So, counsel, you now proceed with your second summation examination. I presume the jury is ready, Mr. Foreman? We are, my lord. Very good. In that case, I must ask each of you now to state clearly and concisely for the court the grounds on which you find the defendant guilty of this crime. The grounds. Oops. Did I say the grounds or the grounds? Did you see certain findings? The jurors' contentions. The accused left behind evidence in the case, didn't he? Those 3 books of his. If there was some novel alternative explanation about how the victim was stabbed, I might reconsider. Even if the woman was throwing books, it can't be related to this crime if the window was closed, can it? Valid. Oh dearie me, it was just a little book, hardly life-threatening, even with a direct hit. Look, I just want to get this over with. If I don't bring home some pay tonight, I'll be in a tiny bit of trouble. Come to think of it, we had a fire at home a while ago. It gave me a little sneeze. Yes, considerably more tangible arguments from all members of the jury this time around, it seems. With one notable exception, of course. My learned student friend was unable to find fault in the previous witness testimony. So the court must accept the fact that it was indeed the accused seen fleeing from the scene. And moreover, bam, no one else was even at the scene of... No one else was even at the scene to commit the crime. Unless... Well, if the eyewitnesses are correct, it would seem as if the conclusion is somewhat set in stone. I fail to see why. I fail to see how it can be argued any other way. That means I'm afraid that during the summation examination, it's essential that you establish some tangible explanation for the facts. But how? What would even constitute a tangible explanation here? Isn't it obvious? Who stabbed the woman and how? Those 2 details are all you need to provide. Simply give us a name and method by which the attack was conducted. And there I was thinking this might be hard. But Mr. Naruhodo, you can do it. Otherwise, this really will be where the trial ends. Ugh, no pressure then. No pressure, man. There's quite enough preamble. Proceed with the summation examination. Summation examination is such a mouthful to say sometimes. I presume you are prepared, Consul. Oh yes, my lord. Alright, Ryunosuke, focus your mind now. Let's go, Ryunosuke. Clearly, the key to this summation examination is going to be juror number 4, the maid, or should I say, Mrs. Gerdep. We have a book that disappeared from the Gerdep's house on the evening of the incident. Fuck. Off. It's only off in this fucking sentence. And a 4th book found in the victim's hand. There must be a way to link the two. Yes, that's what we have to find. Using every technique I've learned in my short career so far, which is one case. Whatever it takes. Don't forget to keep an eye on Mrs. Garadep and how she reacts, even to the things other people say. Alright, it's the reaction thing. Alright, let's go! Jury examination. Oh, with the two couples and the couples behind. Look here, look at them. Alright, bitches, let's go. Let's just press everyone. He did the thing with the hands that protagonist does to get the definitive explanation. Did he? But as we now know, there are 4 books, not 3. Well, what difference does it make? There's every possibility that the 4th book in fact belongs to the defendant's landlord. Yes, that's the part I have a problem with. Sorry? Well, at the point that the woman was stabbed, this landlord fellow was at home, wasn't he? Enjoying a fiery scrap with his wife or something, you said. It's not exactly how I put it, no? Well, anyway, the point is, the fellow and his wife were somewhere else when it happened. I think that's what you call a strong alibi. Toot toot. So it could have been the landlord who did it, which only leaves the Nipponese fellow. Honestly, I can't see why all these palavers spout. It's a done deal, isn't it? Oh, I can move around and see. Oh, I have to go all the way back. Ah, god damn it. Right. I suppose it is, since I have nothing witty left to say. Shit. Well... Okay. Hold it, bitch. Yes? So, you might be willing to change your decision, you mean? Oh my, such delight on your face, but I'm afraid I shan't be swayed by emotion. Despite what you may think of me, I am a very modern, metropolitan and rational woman. I support women's rights in this time era, you get what I mean? That's great. If one reads the morning's paper and it's all forgotten by tea time, isn't it? So why read them in the first place? Oh, hello, Mono. I've never seen palavers before, right? I don't know what palaver means. What the hell is palavers? English is so hard. I can't believe it. Let me go Google it right now with my phone. Palaver. Palaver. That's how they... Palaver. Unnecessarily elaborate and complex. It's like gossip. Oh, okay. It's just like... Oh, poppycock. Oh, okay. Anyway. You see? Modern, metropolitan and rational thinking, wouldn't you say? And not at all extreme. All I see is an overwhelmingly suspicious Japanese man has been implicated by overwhelmingly strong testimony. So despite 1 or 2 minor puzzlements, I do declare that the man is overwhelmingly guilty. Look at this. Do you know how much this costs? I'm just gonna show you off every day. More than what metropolitan, wouldn't you say? Overwhelmingly. But us modern gals are always delighted to embrace new faiths, you know? Or fads, I don't know, fads. So I'll be only too happy to consider an exciting new theory if you could come up with one. I'd be good to that too, if only if I could. We'll do our very best not to disappoint the modern and metropolitan young lady. Right. I'm glad you omitted rational there. No, wow. Amazing. Even the woman was throwing boys can't relate to crime. Why not? But what about the possibility that the window was open? Oh, I mean it would, because like didn't they have fire, so they have to open the... Oh my god, I'm stupid. She's a Victorian Gyaru. What about it? I mean, there's just no way it could have been. How can you be so sure? I mean, it's fucking winter, bro. Like, no reaction at all. The prosecution fellow over there said it earlier, didn't he? Winters in London are no joke. You don't want to invite that sort of cold indoors. So no, that window wasn't open. Us Londoners like sitting by the fire and staying warm, see? But you couldn't categorically state, oh my god, that the window wasn't open, could you? It just wasn't. They would have opened it. Then what's the point in having windows, huh? Whoa, relax. Yo, Console, you will kindly refrain from childish bickering. What do you mean? I'm not childish, he is! Sorry. Somehow I need to show there's an undeniable possibility that the window was open the fire. Because this young man isn't going to budge otherwise. Oh me, oh my. Bro, didn't you have fire? But the little boy wasn't on fire at that time, was it not? We flames of love, I'll have you know. Flames of love? Well, really, there's really no such thing as a loving incidentally bomb. Oh my. The poor guy did that. Well, he brought it upon himself. It's playing with fire to betray a fiery love. Isn't it? Well, don't you agree? Oh, well, any kind of betrayal is certainly a bad thing, yes. But I think that the argument might have arisen out of your misunderstanding, Mrs. Garrett. Never you mind that. The point is, we were just having a jovial little dispute, nothing more. And I wouldn't have any more of the suggestion there was anything whatsoever to do with this crime. Shit. Right, well, we have to see about that. But what about juror number 5? Yeah, what the fuck? He doesn't seem to be turning care at Mr. Gerda's relentless onslaughts. It's almost as if he's used to it. What a gentle soul he is! Or maybe he can't feel like his right arm nip or whatever, I don't know. Alright, what kind of trouble are you going to have, bro? You just want to get this over with? How can you just sit there and say something like that? A man's future is at stake here. But it's a Japanese, I don't give a shit. Well, him and me both then, like I said before. Like what? I told you already, I'm a day laborer, aren't I? If I don't bring home some readies with me tonight, you'll find me floating face down in the Thames tomorrow morning. What? You heard me, my missus isn't one to mess about, you know. She can be fierce, you believe me, believe you me, oh god damn it. And a shining example of marital bliss then, god damn it. A situation like this cropped up the other day. It was, well, you know, it's funny, I can't quite remember. You are hiding something, I'm sorry. It was too frightening. That's the thing, I must have blocked it out. Helpful? I wonder if Mr. Bit will ever be dragged into the thing by its scarf. By the scarf or by his scarf? By his scarf, oof. Don't even go there, Mr. Sato. Must be some way to jog his memory about this. Okay, what about you? Does that have anything to do with decision about the defendant's culpability in this case? What the fuck it says? Oh yeah, come to think of it, we had a fire at home a while ago. It gave me a sneeze. Sorry? What's that? You have to speak up, lad. I said... No. Could you tell us more about that fire? It was last winter. My grandchildren baked me a lovely cake on my birthday. It had 75 candles on top. Jesus Christ. It did. What a sight to behold it was. You put candle on a cake? What was it? Some kind of devil worship? Oh my god. Whoa, culture shock. Westerner actually puts candles on cake? Amazing. Of course not. It was an angel cake. To celebrate my birthday, obviously. Santa was on point. Ho ho ho, everyone, Merry Christmas! Who is a naughty child this year? You are? Well, shit. No present for you. It seems that a common custom here. Wait. It seems that's a common custom here in Great Britain, Mr. Naruhodo. Anyway, I mustered all my puff to blow them out. Only I must have blown out the shit. Only I must have blown wrong somehow. The flame didn't go out, but the candles went flying all over the room. Oh no, the furniture caught and everything went up. The whole place filled with smoke. Smoked ham, that is. But it's definitely sounds like a devil worship to me. And by the sneeze, I presume you mean a cold? But how do you catch a cold from a fire? Well, what a fiasco it was. The grandchildren, bless them, threw water over me as they tried to put out the flames. What? You caught on fire? And then, because the whole room had filled up with smoke, of course, we had to open all the windows to clear it. Come on, guys, the windows. The biting winter air rushed over me like the devil dancing on my grave, it did. I caught a terrible cold from it. It put me in the hospital for a while. I won't forget that birthday in a hurry. I knew it was a devil worship all along. No candles allowed on cakes anymore, you guys. But something about this old man story is playing on my mind for some reason. We need to demonstrate who attacked that, but how should we have done it? But once again, the jurors statement are full of prejudice. Hello, Tito. A lot of them say the comment right, a lot of them on the contrary. I think you're going to need to point out against the inside of the force without exactly alternate explanation. Yes. I don't say anything in common message. Just a connection with my district. Do I sound like XQZ right there? Alright, we'll see what can I do. Anything can say else, I'll go to the strike. Do I sound like him? That's his right. Doing the punishment of naughty shirt. You could be more like Claus Ham. Who the hell is Claus? XQC. Hell, what the hell? Is that an emote? Hello, Dawn. Guys, I'm drinking hot cocoa today as well. It is really good. Oh, hey! Oh shit. Alright, old man.
Objection.
Bitches get snitched. These two jurors statements clearly contradict one another. They do? How exactly, Console? Don't point at me again. I told you it wasn't me. What is that you say? Speak up, lad. Speak up. Juror number 3. Do you see? What, me? See what? See what? See what, sir? See ma- Did you hear juror number 6 account on his birthday celebration last year? Last year? It seems despite being a Londoner, he once opened his windows in the middle of winter. Ah, yes, of course, because it was an emergency. I mean, obviously, if the room was filled with smoke from a fire, you'd be mad not to open the... Oh! Shimatta! Exactly. You stupid idiot. On the day in question, at the time of the incident, there was a fire in the Gardep household. And Mr. Gardep had the following to say about it. The whole place filled with smoke.
Oh my.
Oh my head! Bruh. Oh, shit. How do I do this? Ah! How do I like... You have reaction? Oh, whatever. Oh my head! Therefore, to be a ship to clear the smoke, either Mr. Gardep or his wife almost certainly opened the window. That you cannot deny would be in no way out of the ordinary. No, I suppose it wouldn't. Well, shit. Well, you get to my age, you'll learn a thing or two. If you know, I can tell you. You'd be a prize idiot not to open the window if there was a fire, eh? Now I'm Canadian. Yes, of course. I think I need to reconsider my statement. Yes, please do. Oh my god, yeah, I win, you guys. Okay. Then? Wait.
Hold it!
His voice is so high. Yes, he is. I don't know if I don't know. This is my. I don't know. For some reason like he has that like impression. I could have done like oh back in my day I sound like this, but I'm like kind of lazy, you know. So at the point when the victim was attacked on Briar Road, we know there was a small house fire in the Gardup household on the opposite side of the street. Well, yes, it certainly seems that way. On the account of the smoke, I imagine they would have had the windows wide open in this medical. Just a challenge. I appreciate you challenging yourself. Ooh, wow, you guys can you're available for voice work, you guys, for $5. Let's go. Anyway, we also know that Mr. Gardup was throwing flaming books at her husband. Flaming books? Are you trying to set fire on your husband, my dude? Her husband, who was backed into a corner by the window due to his wife's frenzy attack. Yes, that's right. So there is definitely a chance that one of the books could have flown past the man and out of the window. Only what? Only I can't really see how it could have gone all the way over to the other side of the road. That's all. If you throw the books, then might have landed in the opposite of the road. I'm just saying, man. Shit. I don't really see how I can change my decision, really. Oh, I see. What is the point? That wasn't enough? What is it going to take to pursue these people? Bribe them. What? Pit. Wait. Choto mate kudasai.
Hold it! Oh my.
Okay, get the fuck away from me.
Excuse me.
It was X to pursue. Fucking hell. Juror number 4. You have something to say about that, huh? I said, Mr. Gardup. Oh, jury me. What's the meaning of this? How do you imply that I'm hiding who I really am? That's imperative? It's imperative that you confirm something for the court. So please, it is time to drop the pretense now. Well, what is this? When the fire started in your house that day, did you or your husband open the window? What? I beg your pardon. What are you insinuating? The room would have been thick with smoke after the carpet and bookcase caught fire as they did. In a situation like that, it's inconceivable that you wouldn't have opened the window. Wait, they're ready, right? Yeah. And what if we did? Alright then. Yes. You were right. My husband was frantically trying to open the window. Thick room. Oh, just like how thick she is. Yes! Well, which can't have been easy, since I continue to give him a justly deserved book battering. Even though your house was on fire? Oh, you never stop throwing until the anger subsides. It would have been terribly bad for the nerve to do otherwise. Of course, I should have realized. Cool. That's a significant step forward, Mr. Naruto. You have managed to establish that the window was open. Wow, good job, everyone! We simply must have that added to Mrs. Gardner's formal statement. Just the way she said it is like, oh my god, congratulations, we now have the statement that the window was open after all this shit that we've done. Anyway. I mentioned that we don't know about true. That it is right, isn't it? The wind. Now you mention it, yes. the window was open the time I cleaned for cotton, but it is true. The window could have been open if the wind.
Objection.
No! No! No, I am sorry. I am sorry, but as foreman of the jury, I have to object. That is complete nonsense. Okay, shut up, Jordan. Well, I get it. I'm wrong. Shut the fuck up. What? I'm Banker, don't forget, an educated man. And there's no contradiction as far as I can say. Yes, whatever. Quite so, Mr. Foreman, you're right. Time to kill yourself. Oh shit. I'm sorry. I thought I'm right, man. I'm so sorry. Fuck. Phew, these two just like, yeah, but I just want to get this over with the pay tonight. Blah blah blah. The winters you have to open them. Ah, shit! God damn it! Let me do it again. Do I have to press this? Whoa! Thank you, Naja, for giving Dawn a sub. Jeez, you don't have to do that. I feel really bad, Naja. Don't do it. But thank you. Don't do it again. Now that you mention it.
Hold it.
The fourth book. Had what? No. The fourth book, found at the scene of the crime, shows the very obvious signs of fire damage. And the title of the book is Lion Pride, the same title in fact as the book that Mr. Gardup told us that he's been reading. Oh my god. Well, I really couldn't say. On the day in question, did you or did you not throw at your husband the copy of the Lion's Pride that he had been reading? Oh shit, okay, you know what, I admit it. I did. Oh my god. It was the first thing I could lay my hands on. So I hurled it and straight at oh shit. So I hurled it straight at him. And now you come to mention it. Yes. Oh my. He was rather enjoying reading it. You're right. And you fucking throw it? Why did you not reveal this information to the court from the outset? Well shit! Because I couldn't! You insolent little man! I don't remember! At times like that! Shit! You picked up and threw whatever you can lay your hands on! As well as you know! Fuck, as well you know! Shit. Wait, what? Game Freak announced 2 new Pokemons now? You mean the game or what? What do you mean? Really? Well, I was going to Twitter, but I want to play game first. I barely noticed I was throwing a book. Much less a little... Much less the title of it.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, sir. What in the God's name is this? What is this, Juror number 5? What is it? What is it? Shit. New games? Scarlet and Violet? That was fast. After the new game, what's the game? Asterius? I forgot about the direct, guys. Go watch the direct, don't watch me, man. Why are you still here? Just to suffer? Wait, let me go to it now. Let me go to it now. Wow, will it be like, you know, like low effort game? I don't know, I'm just sorry. Like, when I look at like Pokemon Asterius, right? When I look at the world, it's so empty and so dead. I'm just a bit disappointed that I don't want to play it. Basically red and blue again, Lamau. What? Time to milk the fan dry. The fan base dry. Let's go. Oh, yeah, true. Scarlet and what's it called again? Violet. Yeah. It isn't violet like purple. It's not blue, right? But whatever. Wow. Oh, not Arceus, Arceus. Whatever. Cool. Anyway, let's go back. A leaf cat, a water duck, and a fire hippo thingy. Yeah. That design is okay. I have remember what it was. That memory I blocked out. Ah. It was listening to what this granny was saying. Granny? Brought it back to info. Ow. Who are you calling a granny, you cheeky devil? I'm Mrs. Scary Blab, the maid. I have, you know. The man doesn't even flinch. Please tell me that it's not because you're so used to being hit all the time. No! Abuse? It was about 2 weeks ago now. I just got back home after work like... Hey, wait, what? Just got back after work. Like... Okay, that's a weird sentence to like stop. Pokemon Arceus is so ugly, it should be excusable, but it's also a really fun game with so much potential even if it wasn't so ugly. Oof, yeah. Man, the theme, you know, like it looks pretty nice. It reminds me of like a Monster Hunter Rise because it's of the Japanese theme, you know. It looks the setting is great, but it's just like the visual is like, why is it so empty, man? That's kind of sad. There was a hole. Every last penny had dropped out. What? Oh dear, what a disaster. What the fuck have I not read? I put my hand in the pocket for the wages I just earned that day and I nearly died. Oh, you mean a manhole? You haven't heard half of it, boy. Boy. Huh? The wife was cutting up some chicken at the time. I could hardly get the words out, but I told her straight. I've lost the day's wages, love. The next thing I knew, the blade was whistling past my ear. Stuck on the wall next to me. It did. About an inch deep. Scary! This is abuse, you guys! No word, no words, just terror. I could smell it then, you know? That god-awful stench of the Themius. I was sure I was going to end up face down in the muddy banks that night, I can tell you. I'm so scared. Now that's a real disaster, isn't it? Yes, I would never use the word lightly again. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, when a woman loses their rag, they will throw anything at you. Knives, hatchets, hammer, you name it. Guys, this is so true, man. I agree. Like, when I lose my temper, I will throw anything that I see. Like, the first thing I see, you know? Like, you know, if I'm cutting something, I will throw the knife at you. I don't care. The next thing I will throw is a chopping board. And I wish it hits your head. I'm just joking. Hee, unless... No. Mr. Naruto, you mustn't think that all women are so short-tempered and unrefined. Are you sure, Susato? You have no idea what I'm capable of. No, I'm just joking. No, I wasn't thinking that. You were throwing household objects at people is, well, it's so uncivilized. And this attack with honor, you know, using bow and the like. I know, right, Susato? What? Attack? Who are you going to attack? I don't know, you. Never mind. Anyway, this man's words could be rather significant, I think. Alright, we'll come back to the bow and arrow thing later if I dare. Hee, you wouldn't. Wait, okay, so it changed. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have to pit this one with something else. Yare dase.
Objection!
The two statements have a connection. Good grief, you mean they don't contradict each other? Explain, console, at once! Juror number 2, do you think perhaps... that this could be one such this could be one such novel alternative. Oh my, whatever do you mean? An alternative explanation as to how the victim was stabbed in the back. You mean, oh yeah, oh my god, I did mention it yesterday, like, you know, what if like they throw the knives instead of like stabbing someone in the back? What are you talking about? As I walk, we have demonstrated that the fourth book, The Lion's Pride, was found at the scene of the crime. Originated in Mr. Garredup's room on the top floor of his house. Therefore, it's equally possible that some other object besides the book could have found its way from the Garredup's household to the street below. Oh, wowzer! After all, Mrs. Garredup could have thrown any number of different objects at her husband. Oh, hello, Snowball. What up? Her real traditional bow art is so pretty. Bow art is so pretty. Wait, what do you mean? He has a bow art? Nani? I didn't know that. He hand on the sword. I thought he was going to wield it. Maybe in the future. Isn't it right, juror number 4? What are you insinuating now? You beanpole? What the hell is beanpole? I just gotta ignore that insult, okay? I'm beginning to think that ever since the true origins of the book came to light, perhaps she had a feeling this might be what happened. Now you listen here, you Eastern Gala? As the foreman of this jury, I demand a straight answer. What the hell is Gala, dude? So many insults, man. Gala. Gala. Oh, this is Australian. Wait, are you Australian? A stupid person. Wow, I am stupid, you guys. You give us this yarn about some object making its way out of the house, but what? What is it? What was it? Shit. I'm really taking a big gamble here. It was a bold accusation to make, but I haven't have any real evidence to back it up. Just gotta go with my guts, you guys. I'm just gonna bluff my way out, just like my great-grandchildren, Phoenix Wright. Gala, like the bird, is that an Australian bird? What the fuck? No, I googled it, right? The Google said it was like informal slang or something. It's like describing a stupid person. I was like, oh, okay, interesting. So I just thought if this guy is like actually an Australian, but Aussie. Wait. Where must we go? Okay, but I'm certain that at the very least this warrants for the investigation. Okay. Alright, Mr. Foreman, I will try to explain the defense's theory. The other object that found its way from the Mr. Garredup's household to the scene of the crime was the save button. Yes. And I'm back. What's the knife?
Take that!
Take that! What's the fucking knife? Juror number 4, Mrs. Garredup. Do you recognize this? This guy is an Aussie. He's... Oh, whoa, shit! You're Australian? Oh my god, Dito, I'm so sorry. Wait. I have no idea. What? No! I must apologize in advance for this. I was almost tempted to do an Australian accent, which I have no knowledge of. Thank God, Dito, that you told me that you're Australian, so I will not do that. But I need you to confirm something else for the court. This knife. Have you ever seen this knife before? Oh my! This is the knife that I cut my meats on with. Shit. Do it is fine. No, I don't know how to do an accent, like an Australian accent. All I know is like, g'day mate, like that's it, man. I know how to do that. Good Lord, Counsel, what on earth are you doing? That's the weapon that was lodged into the victim's back, man. Wait, why are you American? The vampire prosecutor is already on his 6th bottle of wine waiting for Mr. Naruhodo to end his examination. I know, right? Gluck, gluck, gluck. Are you? He's already like fucking intoxicated. Are you done yet, my learned friend? I'm very sleepy right now. Lol. Anyway, my god, I should have drink when I play this game. It would be so much fun. Anyway, my lord, remember that when the victim was attacked, Mr. and Mrs. Gardap were in the throes of an argument. Mrs. Gardap was hurling anything she could at her husband, who'd been backed up against the window like a deer. All the headlights, is how you say it? I don't know. A window that had been opened to clear the smoke and through which a book sailed to land at the crime scene. Oh no. You can't be serious. Actually, you can't seriously believe that the book was found in the victim's grasp. Are you saying that oh my god, okay. No. Like, it flew out the window, the lady's like, huh, what is this? And when she tried and pick it up, and then the next thing was a knife, so it got stabbed, you know? Oh my god, okay. Are you saying that it flew out of the window and crossed the street to land neatly in her hand? No. Huh? Even my missus hasn't got an aim like that. Maybe she just she just purposefully missed the shot, you know? Yes, I admit, there are many details we don't yet understand. But that's the point, that's the idea. That's precisely why. We must not allow this trial to end. Not right now. Oh my! Ah! Mrs. Gardap, your answer please. Have you seen this knife before or not? Oh my god, this is like wait, let me do the Malaysian accent. Have you seen this knife before or not? You know? Are you ready or not? So rare to see people use or not in like an English speaking game, I don't know. Cause like, we use or not here a lot in Malaysia, so. And it sounded so, like, and whenever we say that, like, foreigners will be like, why do you sound so mad? But we are not mad, this is how we speak. Anyway, and she's dead. But wow, looking cool! Look at that pose. Looking cool, my dude. I'm gonna screenshot that just now. Okay. My lord. I wish to change my decision. Like I change my makeup every single day. I'm a woman of my word after all. Honor is common here though. Really? Huh, interesting. Then maybe I'm the one who didn't know. I don't know. Cause like when I talk to like Americans or like, yeah, maybe just Americans, they don't really use or not. And wherever I use that, it's like, you kinda sound mad. I was like, I didn't sound mad, bro. Like what? You know, so. Thank you, madam. Yes, I agree. Oh, you changed your mind? I certainly didn't see it coming. Shit. I just don't think it would be right for this trial to come to an end now with so many unanswered questions. Mr. Foreman, oh my god! Didn't know you're a supporter here. I have to agree. Not that I think that the granny didn't mind. Yeah, why the fuck not? You know what? Sure. All together now. Wait, what about the old man? Lady and gents? Boing, boing, boing. Wait, what about the green guy? The old man, the Santa Claus. We did it! Oh my god. Oh, congratulations, Mrs. Naruto, blah blah blah. So as a result of the defense summation examination, the numbers of jurors' leanings have changed. 2 jurors called guilty against 4 now calling innocent. Accordingly, the opinions of this court is divided. Is it? And the trial will continue tomorrow. Van Zing is just standing there, it's like, okay. I'm letting this happen. I'm letting this guy win, you know, like, I win so many times. So like, I'm just here, chilling. Now then, Lord Vastix. How does the prosecution wish to proceed? Can I go home now? This trial is rapidly descending into a farce. Would be funny if someone put like the Minecraft drinking sound effect. Well, what does it sound like again? Is it? Like a corked wine, the first few sips are bitter enough. You have to aerate it. Oh my god. But what follows is so repugnant. It's good for nothing save the gutter. If I may, Lord Van Zyck, why are you so hot? The defense has just put forward a credible alternative explanation for what happened. Credible? Is that your concerned opinion, Mr. Foreman? The defense argument is a joke to which I barely know how to respond. But let me start by insisting that you... Wait, what? That you must all familiarize yourself better with the relative position of those places being discussed. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Yeah, I know, right? What is the angle? I can be your devil and angle at the same time. It should already be more than apparent that between the crime scene and the Gardup household, it runs a rather wide street, Braille Road. Which means that the distance from the Gardup's house to the scene is some, yes, 15 yards. What's the distance? I can't read yards! I'm not a foreigner. Let me see. 15 yards. Around 14 meters. Oh, that's quite a distance actually. What the fuck? 14 meters? Oh my god. Oh, that's a little further than I imagined. Then why you draw the map? Then why is the map like that? Why you make the road so small, bro? The fuck? Anyway. And as you, ladies and gentlemen and gentlemen of the jury rightly noted as having potential significance, I have no idea what that means. The fourth book was found in the victim's clutches. In other words, the smoldering book, wantonly hurried by the ladies of the house, traveled some 15 yards. I don't know, maybe she used to be an Olympic, what's the sport's name where you throw the ball very far away? You know, that sport. Maybe she was a champion, you know? Shit. To land on the opposite side of the road, neatly between the collapsed victim's finger and thumb. No! Bro! My theory is like, the lady threw it, right? Maybe it lands nearby her and then she'd be like, oh, what's this book? And then she, you know, she bends down and see what is it. And then like as she bends down, like someone, and then the, what's it called? The maid throw the knives, you know? And then it landed on her back. And then she like, ugh, shit, I got stabbed in the back. Right? Huh? And did the jackknife follow Did the jackknife follow a near identical trajectory to plunge into the middle of the victim's back? I would say yes. This fantasy is somewhat stretching the notion of having a bad day for the victims, I think, lol. Even those pathetic serialized detective stories have more believable plots. Sorry. Wow! Are you roasting Conan right now? There's nothing I can say to that. That prosecutor loves the sound of his own voice. Oh shit! Wow! I mean... Still, wait, in Japanese, isn't Tsuda Kenjiro voices Van Zyck? Ooh, that's a very hot voice though. Serialized detective stories are pathetic, are they? How dare you, I'm so triggered! Oh wow, okay. Maybe let's pick our battles here. My lord, may I be allowed to speak? Well, sure, why not? Go ahead. The prosecution may consider the idea a fantasy, but what the defense has postulated was believable enough to persuade the jury to change its leaning. Can't speak the truth. My god, why can't I speak? And such, the court has a duty to explore this alternative explanation as thoroughly as possible. To that end. Juror number 4, Mrs. John Gardup, must be called to testify and submit a cross-examination. Whoa! The balls on this woman! Stains alive! A cross-examination of a juror? Oh my god! Order! Order! Well, this is a highly irregular. Sorry, I was sleeping. It is unprecedented for a member of the jury to be summoned to the witness stand. It's just kangaroo court again.
Objection!
I thought this game... Ow! I thought this game wouldn't be like a kangaroo court, but I think I was wrong. And unnecessary. Lord Van Zeek? There are already witnesses in the stand whose testimony the defense may further cross-examine. And if my learned friends Farsi... God damn it. Farcical, okay. If my learned friend's farcical theory has any truth in it, then both a burning book and a jackknife must have flown through the sky before this couple's eyes. Shit. And we must assume that they would be able to testify accordingly. What say you, witnesses? No. Oh boy. Yes, sir. Constable Rolly Beat reporting for duty, sir. Well, good morning, officer. I'm wide awake. Sorry for dozing until now, sir. I haven't slept for a month. On account of villains who's appeared on my beat, sir. Who's that villain? Oh, they're so heroic. These London bobbies. Oh my god, darling! Patricia, my darling, I've been neglecting you, but no more. Oh, Rolly, my hero, you make me swoon. Man. Very well, I hereby reject the defense's request. What? Just because I'm women? I like how Susato's like expressions like the fuck? And order the witnesses in the stand to testify again. State forthwith before the court any details pertaining to the defense's alternative explanation of events. Fuck, what a mouthful. Yes, sir. I'm dying here, guys. Oh, hey. The case has nothing to do with Mrs. Gardup's. Believe me, London Bobby's girlfriend is what I'm playing to fucking worse. You see, sir, the windows on the top of the floor, on the top floor of the Gardup's house are top hinges casements? What's that even mean? Obviously, if anything had been thrown out the windows, we would have seen it. I did leave this in the go-back shop, but my trusty Roily there was to make sure nothing was disturbed. I didn't take my eyes off the crime scene for a moment, sir. Nothing strange to report. Weren't you sleeping? Weren't you sleeping just now and your wife was like, I'm just gonna go in the police box? Wow, this is quite startling. Top hinge casement windows. What the fuck is that? Wait. Google, let me Google. Top hinged casement window. Oh, those kind of window. There's no way. Damn, that's okay. The detail was not in the police report, Constable. Well, yes. Sorry about weird. I'm more has been a bit drowsy at home. You cannot excuse your sin with drowsiness every time, Constable. No, sir. Sorry, but what exactly is a top hinge? Oh my god. God damn it. I think I should have Googled a top hinge casement window. You. You cannot excuse your ignorance with such trite remarks, my learned friend. Then do you know what the fuck a tatami is, Vanzik? Do you know what the fuck tatami is? You don't know? Then you should have known. It's a Japanese floor. Oh my god, you didn't know what tatami is? Oh my god, you're so uncultured, Vanzik. Sorry, why am I so triggered right now? Of course, sorry. I found it, Mr. Naruto. Cast your mind back to the windows in Mrs. and Mr. Gardap's room. I don't remember. Okay, I'll try. Oh my god. I like this music so much. Let me drink some water, actually. Okay. So the window opens in order to allow air to circulate inside the house. Oh, okay. So they can't. Yeah. So just like Google it, and the Windows design is like this. So we can't throw things off far away then. Oh no, my case. No. Okay. But as it's a top hinge casement window, it swings open along the upper edge. You see? I like the animation just now. I'm glad you have rectified. Okay. I'm glad you have rectified your ignorance. A case window is the most prominent third feature. Do you even know what a dakimakura is? You uneducated vampire, you fucking suck. Don't even know what the fuck a dakimakura is. Can you believe this man? Jeez. What? It's stay? A metal bar which prevents the window from being opened beyond a certain amount. Ah, right. I do have my window is like that, but it's like the side way instead of like open from the top. Mine is open from the side, and I almost fell, you guys. Okay, there's one day like there was fireworks because it was Chinese New Year, right? So like the fireworks was so strong, so I want to go and watch it, right? Through my room. So I opened my window. Not my window. I opened my curtains, and then I pressed my hand on the window, only to realize it wasn't closed. So I put my whole weight onto the window, so I opened it, and I almost fell down, okay? I almost died, and I live on the 19th floor. So I was like, you know? And I quickly like closed the window. I was like, yo, what the fuck? I forgot to close the window the whole time. It was so scary. Yeah. Anyway. Let me drink. It was pretty hardcore. Damn, I know, right? Jeez Louise, almost died, you guys. It prevents it opening? It's all news to me. Yeah, 19, yeah. It was pretty scary, guys, to look down from 19th floor. I don't like it. That's why I kinda avoid the balcony, to be honest. Have you had one of those moments where you walk into a screen door? No! You mean like you're like you didn't even know it was a glass and then you just walk? No, have you? That would have been so embarrassing if it's not like in a public space. Like imagine like just walk onto one and then got hit by it and everyone watching like just like what? Everyone just looks at you. I'll die. In other words, if a book or knife were to have been thrown through the open window, it would have landed down instead of over the street. Not in public, but it's funny when it happens though. Yeah, it is kind of funny. It's like, haha, stupid, you know? I think I didn't walk into, but I almost, I think, like, on my balcony, I think. Because my balcony is quite huge. Like, it's all glass window. Anyway. Oh shit, I didn't read that. No! It would have clattered against the pan and fallen straight down to the pavement below. No! You see the problem then? Good, your education in window is complete. There was never any possibility of either the books or knife traveling 15 yards over the road. Kind of like the videos of people on their phone walking headfirst into the fountain in the mall or something. Yeah, it's kind of funny. My dog My dog ran headfirst into one. Oh no, doggy! Was your dog okay? I think I've seen some bird actually like got knocked and then they fainted for like a few minutes before they regain their consciousness and fly away. So, ran. Why can't I type correctly? It's okay, Dito. Wait, what? Unless the window pane had been shattered, something we have discounted already, yeah. Then how? That can't be! Do you see that, Riley? That young Japanese man just collapsed in agony, haha, Lamau. Oh yes, my darling, I saw it. I saw how he crumbled before me. Oh my god, Riley! You're so strong! How is this happening? I haven't seen this. I haven't even started the cost examination yet, and already my argument's been destroyed. GG, well played. Console, if you could track yourself upright again, the court awaits your cross-examination. Okay. My lord. Oh good, another desperate situation. It would be said, but whenever it happens, the screen makes a cartoon sound effect. You can't take the pain seriously. Is it like bonk? Is it? Lol. Wait, is it me? Okay. Top. Okay, obviously.
Hold it!
Why? But according to my notes here, the sun had gone down already. It was dark. Oh, but really, when I was strolling along, gazing at the night sky and looking for our lucky star. Sorry? The star that will guide us to eternal happiness. Can't it guide you to an answer? Can't you what? Wait. Can't it guide you to answer the question? Nice. If a flaming book had cut across the sky in front of us, it would have lit like a shooting star. And if I've been a shooting star, I would have made a wish upon it. Let Rolly be an inspector, I would have said 3 times at least. Of course, what with the smog and everything, we couldn't actually see any stars. In short, they can't see shit. Wait, are you trying to say that neither a book nor a knife crossed the sky before you? Yes, sir, that's correct, sir. As sure as the night sky in London is starless, sir. Really? Is it night? Is it sky? Actually, we don't have stars here, to be honest. Like, it's kind of sad. It certainly seems like they're telling the truth. And when we saw the poor woman fall to the ground, so we ran straight over to help her. Oh my god. Wait, what? Oh shit! Oh goddamn it, I was going to press that one. I'm so sorry, I had no right to speak out. What do you mean? I requested the cross-examination of Mrs. Garda without consulting you, even if the judge did deny me. Oh, I see. Well, I agree with you. We do need testimony from Mrs. Garda. If we are ever going to get the truth of this matter, do you really think so? Oh, matter. Sorry, I thought they would continue the sentence. Is it okay, Susato? You did your best. Well, I think about it. No matter how far it is across the road, all the windows open, or that window's open. Mr. Garda's alright. Then there was Mrs. Garda's reaction to me showing her the knife. The woman's hiding something. I'm sure of it. Oh yeah, she didn't admit about the knife, right? Okay. Okay. I forgot about it. Hold it, man. Weren't you sleeping? Nothing to report. What is this? Wait. Hello, Professor. Nothing to report. What is this random? That's correct, sir. Even he kind of looks like a bit like the head kind of looks like the guard. I had my eyes wide open the entire time, never looked away for a second. No one else approached the scene and nothing was removed from it. I can swear to that on the yard's honor, sir. Really? That seems a little strange. I beg your pardon, sir? Strange, sir? Seems altogether regular to me. This burnt copy of the Lion's Pride was originally in the Gardop's household. So the question remains, how did it find its way into the hands of the victim? Can you shed any light on that, seeing as you were at the scene of the crime the entire time? Nope, I was sleeping. Aha! Could it be a different copy, sir? One that just had happened. Wait. One that just happened to be burnt as well. What do you mean? 2 copies, you mean? Okay. I mean, even if that were possible, why would the victim have been gripping a book like that in her hand? I still stand by that she just picked up the book because it was dropped in front of her or something. I don't know. I'm pretty sure we have to investigate another day because like there's one more person we have not speak to, which is like the fucking clown-looking guy with the pink shirt or something, with the pink clown suits. I don't know actually. As we can see from the photographic prints, she had a bag over her shoulder. Well, sir, that book was in the lady's hand from the moment we arrived at the scene. Is that so? There's something about this statement that that's not sitting right with me. The true mystery of how the knife ended up in her bag and how the book ended up in her hand. There must be some common thread between them. I don't know. What am I thinking? Well, I understand lie about the window as well. Like, you know, like maybe they are so the house is so old to the point that you can actually open the window like fully, like wide open or some shit. I don't know. What else do I have? I only have these few. Yeah. Oh well.
Hold it!
How can you say that for certain? A very good question, sir. I'm a bit sleepy. And the answer is this. It has the noble founding principle of the force written on it as a reminder to us all policemen of our sworn duty. Yep. I was going to say Patreon. To patrol the streets of London town and uphold the peace of the common man. It's what the job's all about. And that's why I can stand here today besides my long-suffering wife. Long-suffering? And tell you Bobby's good for his words. While rubbing my tired eyes, admittedly, sir. Oh, Rolly, you're so manly. Of course I am, my darling Patricia. Oh, my pet. Oh, Rolly. Ooh, woo. Where can I find a man like this, you guys? No, none of this is what I meant. I meant, how can you say it's for certain that this case has nothing to do with Mr. Ah, I see, sir. You should have said so. Yes, well, could you answer the question? That was a waste of time then. Absolutely, sir. I will answer it to my first please, sir. But before I say the music stopped. But before I get into that, sir, just one thing. Yes? I very much like you and your countrymen to understand the great British institution of Scotland Yard. Then you should understand mine as well then. So I hope you take back some tales of us London Bobbies and how we uphold our guiding principles. I wasn't planning on going back just yet, but okay. So to the end, sir, I'll be happy to lend you my warrant card as your perusal. Oh really? Wowie, thank you very much. But I must warn you, you won't be able to get through it without shedding a few tears. Thank you, I will try. Oh my god, I got someone's book. Let me see. I wish I could read. Okay. Item number 1. A policeman will strive to preserve the peace within his allotted beat? What the hell does that even mean? Is it like... let me see. Allotted. A given or... Okay. A lot. Give or apportion something to someone. Allocated, yeah. Assign, yeah. Okay, so I was right. I was guessing like what it means just now. Strike, beat. What the hell is beat? Is it like a location or something? Why is it so hard? I don't get it. What does it mean? Ah, whatever. A patrolling officer is expected to walk 20 miles around his beat every day for furtherance of community relation. 20 miles, yes, I remember that. And then this is the metropol. Wait, what? Ah, that's a principle. This game have the opinion to put the audio in Japanese. Yeah, it has. But do I want to though? No. Do I look like a fucking weeb? Nah, just joking. Their area. Okay, thank you, Dito. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Assigned place, yeah. So it's like within his assigned place. Okay. Wow. Why is English so hard? So mutsukashii. Anyway. Any crime falls under the jurisdiction of the beat in which they are discovered. When the crime is discovered on this beat, a policeman must assist with an initial investigation and help the detective. Did he help the detective? Wait. Any crime falls under the jurisdiction of the beat in which they are discovered. Okay. This case has nothing to do with blah 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 blah. You see, sir. Blah blah blah. Oh wait. Go back. Hold it, bitch. By which mean by which you mean they don't open fully? Is that correct? Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we need to investigate another day. They're just there to allow a bit of air through the house, you see. So they're restricted as to how much they open. And therefore anything thrown out the window from inside the room will simply strike the pane and fall into the street directly below. For clarity, allow me to mark the map. Yeah, probably around here. Damn it! Oh wait, the road is actually quite wide. I'm so sorry whoever drew the map. Gomenne? Here is the location where the objects would have fallen. Wow. Yes. Directly opposite of the scene of the crime on the other side of a rather wide road. Did I read that right? Shit, whatever. Would it have been so hard for somebody to mention this top hinge casement thing before? I know, right? Well, I have another question for you, Constable. Yeah? What is it? How do you even know? Why would you have any idea of what sort of window? I was gonna say window. Window. Mrs. and Mr. Gardop's house is furnished with. Ah, well, sir, that's very simple. I just looked. Oh, never mind. Oh? You see, I helped with the investigation yesterday. Excuse me. Miss? I mean, Mrs.? Do you have something to add, Mrs. Beat? Huh? Sorry? You looked, well, delighted. Is there some particular reason for that? Oh, I was just remembering, that's all. We really were so lucky. Lucky? What do you mean? Well, of course I feel terrible for the poor woman who was attacked. Don't misunderstand me, please. But we're just so lucky it didn't happen on Rolly speed. It was so close, you see. Lady. Oh, I hadn't realized. You just outed yourself. Oh yes, that street. Bria Road, whatever they call, whatever it is called. Briar, right? Briar Road. There's a boundary between Rolly speed and the next one. Who's the next one? What's that? What's the animation? Isn't that right, my love? Hew, 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 hew. Constable B. Huh? Oh yes, that's right. That's the reason I was helping out with interviewing the occupants of the Gyarup's household yesterday. The house is on my beat, you see, sir. No, it's not. That was really cutting it close then. Constable, I wonder if you could clarify something. What? If the Gyarup's household is on your beat, does that mean the pavement next to it is as well? Outside Gyarup's house? Yes, madam. The pavement on the side of the road is part of my beat. I see. I was unaware of that. But just think, if the woman had been attacked on just the other side of the Briar Road, we would have never been able to go for that meal to celebrate our wedding's anniversary. Blah blah blah. But that's the life of a Bobby after all. Extraordinary people, our Bobbies. I don't know why, like, Bobby sounds kind of stupid. So I was like very silly, not stupid. It's like Bobby Bob. Hey, look, it's our Bobby right there for our area. Look at that Bobby. Tirelessly working for the benefits of all Londoners. Do you know what I think? I think it was the good Lord's way of rewarding my Rolly for all his hard work. Don't you think so, my darling? That must be it, Pat, my love. It must be it. What the fuck? Perhaps we should make sure we have information officially on record. Leave it to me, Mr. Naruto. I'll take it with me immediately. Updated? What do you mean? Wait. You mean these? East side. No. Wait. And now it's my turn, I think. Oh shit. Can I ask you something, please, Mr. Lawyer, sir? What is it? Yes, of course, what is it? You're adopting us, aren't you? I can tell. What? Moi? No, never. What are you talking about? What is you doing? Why is everyone playing Elden Ring? Can you guys see my stuff? Don't look at it, please. Just because please, just because I'm a woman, it doesn't make my testimony any less valuable. Look at me. Wait, let me take a picture of this. I'm gonna post it on my Instagram. Kinda funny. And a bit sad. Ooh. Alright. You might just see me as the wife of a policeman, but I am a woman of my word, I am. Why I hide behind my husband and punch you in the face? I don't remember ever suggesting that I doubted you. But you did! No excuses, I don't want to hear it. My voice will be heard. My lord, you let me speak, won't you? Oh, yes, Mr. Speed. I will allow you to supplement your testimony if you so desire. Sometimes the path of least resistance is a sage one. There was a very loud mutter. Is it? I heard that. That Japanese man thinks a policeman's wife's words count. Somebody asked, counts for nothing, does he? Does he? Well, watch out, sir. I might let you get away with something like that, but my Rolly won't. Duly noted, Mrs. Beat, but please, I humbly ask you to continue. Please, just continue, man. What could she possibly be about to say? Oh, okay, I want this, sorry. Oh boy. Wait, did they edit another testament? I know I saw my eyes levitating. My sense of direction was off sometimes. Mrs. Beat, nobody is questioning what you have told us. I saw it! I did! That evening I saw it clearly! That little Eastern man with the whisker and the funny curved back slinking away from the scene! Huh. Oh my god, the animation is so cute just now. And I know I didn't see as well! I didn't see any flaming books or knives flying through the sky! Oh, very clear. Sure. You also mentioned something about having a poor sense of direction? Oh, yes, well, that's a little embarrassing, really. I'm always standing at the wrong place when I've made arrangement to meet made arrangement to meet Rolly. He gets ever so cross.
Excuse me.
I'm so mad at you, woman. Constable Beat, is that a problem? Huh? Yes? No? Did your wife's remark just now bring something to mind, perhaps? Well, in a way, sir, yes. Excuse me, Rolly, what you just said? Oh, I know I didn't say anything. I mean, you are always right, my pet. Huh? That's what I like to hear. No. I was just remembering that the same thing happened that evening, it's all. Huh? You mean Mrs. Beat lost her way on the night of the incident? Yep. Well, you see, I sent her off to find a police box in the next beat from mine. But she was gone for a fair bit longer than I was expecting. I thought she'd be back in 10 minutes, but my darling was gone for a good 50 minutes. Shit, sorry. Oh, Rolly, you're such a tease. But the reason I was so long was because of the bouquet. Fuck, I forgot the word how to say. Silly. Shit, the bouquet. Sorry, what book are you talking about? Oh my god. Well, oh, it was a present for our wedding anniversary. Rolly's so romantic. She saved up for it for farthings, and a halfpenny she found in the gutter while doing his rounds. What the fuck is a things? And halfpennies? I think it's money, but why do you guys say money so weird? 1/4 penny, half penny, 2 pence. God damn it. What the hell is a halfpennies? Oh my god, guys! When I type halfpennies, they lead me to the never mind. Shit. I mistyped it, right? I typed penis instead. God damn it. Halfpenny is not penis. God damn it. An English coin worth half a penny. Okay. God damn it. Not penis, pennies. Alright. Sorry. Yes, how romantic. Actually, I don't like flowers. I'm not like the other girls. I don't like flower at all. Fuck you guys. I don't know. Like, why would you consider flower as gifts? I mean, like, it's kind of nice, romantic, I guess. But like, well, what you gonna do afterwards? Are you just gonna put in a vase and then to see them rot or something? Won't they eventually rot? Is it like a symbolism? It's like, I love you. Take my flowers, and then like, I don't know. My love is limited. Anyway, whatever. I've forgotten all about it until just now. Had you, my darling? Huh? Yes. But that was just between us. No talking about it to anyone else, darling. You have to promise. Really? Oh. Aw, shit. Wait. I heard that. Constable B looked very obviously troubled during the exchange, man. I'm afraid I can't open any useful site, Mr. Naruto. But I'm quite sure of one thing. You must ask Mrs. Speed about the bouquet. Mrs. Speed, about the bouquet you just mentioned. I'd like you to add the details about it to your testimony, if you please. Oh, really? Well, yes, I'd love to. Ranzig, is enough of this. I'm so done. Can I just go home? Huh.
Hold it!
Alright. You mean you dropped the bouquet at the scene of the crime? Yes, that's right. Oh, I was so upset. When we ran over and saw it was a woman with a knife in the bag, I was so shocked. I dropped the bouquet Rolly gave me. It was in the dark spot when the street lights weren't casting any light, so I didn't notice it at first. And then you went to the police box to report it to the policeman whose beat was on? Shit! Yes! Oh my god, my worst. And I came back to the scene together with the other constable, you see. That's when I spotted my bouquet again, but the funny thing was, when I went to pick it up, it was nowhere near the victim's body at all. In case you need reminding, Mrs. Speed, the victim is not deceased. I was already flustered for a moment before I heard a voice calling me from the other side of the road. Your husband, presumably? That's right, silly me. I'd gone over to the wrong side of the street. Although, I'm going to blame the bouquet this time. I can't think how it got there, so I really... Wait, what? Although I am going to blame the bouquet this time, I can't think how it got there. I really can't. Okay. So the bouquet somehow moved from on the side of the railroad to the opposite. How the fuck? The culprit must have loved bouquets, whatever, flowers and stuff. Curious indeed, isn't it? But the worst of it is, I forgot to pick the bouquet up again, again when we left the scene. That beautiful rose Rolly bought me, with that change from the gutter he spent so long collecting. Oh no. By bouquet, do you perhaps mean this solitary rose? What? So sad. But hey, he tried his best. Oh, yes, that's it. Oh my god, that's the bouquet Ronnie bought me for our anniversary, with all bits of change he found in the gutter. Maybe just call it a rose. Tell us, Lord Vexing, whether you came by the flower. I don't know, just picked it, bro. According to the report of the police officers in charge of this crime scene investigation, was found on the edge of the pavement in front of the Gardepp household. In front of the Gardepp house? Although it wasn't noticed until this morning, as it lay there with street lamps cast no light. God damn it. Lamb Street. Oh my god, my dyslexic. It was believed to be of no relevance to the case, since it was found on the opposite side of the thoroughfare. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. Could I have it back now, please? No. I think for good measure, this rose should be added to the court record as evidence. No. Oh, she sounds so disappointed. But it's a symbol for our love. No love is true. Wait, what? Oh. Why is it still fresh? An English rose. Such a beautiful flower. Ah, it's a rose, isn't it? I've never seen one before. You don't take an interest in flowers? No, Mr. Naruto, I wouldn't say that exactly, but I do know 3 types at least. Gosh, all 3? Plum blossom, peach blossom, and cherry blossom. Perhaps you should consider branching out? Haha, branching out. Learning some that aren't fruit tree based, for example. The very stylish paper the flowers wrapped in, isn't it? It's newspaper. It's just an old newspaper, Mr. Naruto. Oh, I suppose it's because I'm not used to seeing English prints. It looks so exotic to me. Oh my god, exotic. I see. Is something wrong? Oh, no. I was just thinking that if you wrap with a stone-baked sweet potato in English newspaper, it might look like some sort of fancy cake. Ooh, what is this? Ah, Susato-san, you do love your cakes. Okay. I want it back after the trial. Do you hear me? I want it back. Good grief, rest assured, I shall do my very best not to forget, Mrs. B. Oh boy, I'm so tired. Okay. Everything I've let us is at. I don't want to voice anymore. Okay, yes, you said that you weren't. We went to a nearby police box to fetch another officer, is that right? That's right, yes. If it had been a rolly speed. Oops, someone just messaged me. What the fuck? God damn. I'm so sorry, guys. Why does my friend keep fucking messaging me? Like, so annoying. I mean, sorry, not annoying. Unless... Wrong timing, friend! If it'd been on Rolly's beat, I would have known exactly where I was going, of course. Don't feel bad, my love. You can't expect to know the location of every police box on every beat. So Rolly told me the way. Only I sort of got a little lost on the way. Patricia, my darling, that's why I love you. Your terrible sense of direction is bewitching to me. Oh, Pat. Oh, Rolly. Oh, please, love. So I suppose I was gone about 15 minutes. But like I said, my Rolly was at the scene the whole time, making sure nothing was disturbed. I was off duty at time, of course, but a true Bobby is never really off duty, sir. Sure. Have I pressed this? Oh no, I did. No, I don't know where to press. Is it like those kind of situation where I have to press like repress a statement again? I think they wait. Let me save. hold it. Yeah, I went to the nearby police, yeah, and then... Oh shit! Ah, yeah, okay. Alright, I think I get it. Please be right.
Objection!
No! No! Load scum! Load scum! Oh shit! What happened there? Okay, I'm pretty sure these two are like not relevant at all.
Hold it!
I did wait. You dropped the bouquet. Yes, that's right. I was so upset. We ran off and I saw the woman with the knife in the bag. I was so shocked I dropped the bouquet Rolly gave me. I'm gonna try and get some sleep. See ya. Oh, thank you for stopping by, Ditto. Good night. I am just like trying to figure this out. Oh my god. It was in a dark spot where the street lights weren't casting, so I didn't notice it first. Ow! But I picked out it was nowhere to near the victim's body at all. Oh, so the rose is like... Ah, in case you're... it's not this. Your husband? That's right, Slim may have gone on the wrong side of the street. Okay, I'm going to blame the bouquet this time. I can't think how it got there, really I can't. The bouquet somehow moved from one side of the bird to the opposite. Shit! No! Huh. What? Wait, let me think. If anything been thrown out the window, we would have seen it. True. Have I pressed this before?
Hold it!
Yeah, okay, I think I did. I didn't take my eyes off the crime scene for a moment. Wait. Okay. If I am not mistaken, didn't take my eyes off the crime scene for one moment. Nothing strange to report on that front. Any items, any crime spot in the direction would be distinguished and discovered. Oh fuck. No! Ah! What is it? What is it? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. What was the thing that they were like, don't tell them or something? What? Zack Boy will have a sequel? Wait, really? I don't know what that is, but like, is it? Wait, let me look. Is some sort of like direct happening right now? Like Nintendo? Anyway. Oh, it's a manga. Lol, okay. I'm so confused.
Hold it!
Didn't fully open it correct? Yes. Okay.
Excuse me.
I think I did. Sorry. Yeah, this is the same thing. You look delighted. I was just remembering, so we were so lucky. Lucky? What do you mean? I feel terrible about woman. Blah blah blah. Oh yes, the sprite was next one. Is that right, my love? No, mom. Constable beat. Oh my god, let me skip. What? Yes? The reason why I was helping out interviewing. Their house is on my beat, you see, sir? Constable, I was wondering if you could clarify something. If the Garden household is on your beat, that doesn't mean that the pavement is as well. Yes, madam. Okay. Just thinking, if the woman had been attacked just on the other side of the railroad, we would never been able to go for that meal celebrating or not anniversary. Huh. Huh. A present from her husband. The shock of seeing the man draw where he stood. Wait, is there any rose? Nope. Damn. This is the part where I'm stuck. I did leave the scene to go fetch help, but my trusty Rory was there to make sure anything was not over.
Hold it!
My god, yes, you went there, okay. I would have known exactly where I was going, of course. Oh boy. No, oh please. I am stuck. It's fooling with us. Yeah. No, my brain is not fast enough to catch up what's going on. God damn it. Oh.
Hold it!
Losing my way up. What do you mean? You mean you dropped your... Yeah, that's right. I also observed ran over and saw a woman with a knife in her back. Came to the scene with the other constable, you see. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Okay.
Hold it!
Nothing to report. Strange? What do you mean? What? But she had her bag over her shoulder? Huh. I don't get it. I don't get it. What? What do you mean? Am I just stupid?
Hold it!
Hold it. Yes, you are. How can you say? Well, that's a very good question, sir. Good answer. Is this? I can't. The patrol the streets of London and uphold the peace of the common man is what the job is about, and that's why I stand here today with my long-suffering wife to tell you Bobby is good for his word. While rubbing my tired eyes admittedly, sir. Oh my god, you're so manly. Of course I am, my darling Patricia. Oh Pat, oh Rolly. Help. Huh. The fuck? Would you? No. Didn't you say like it was super dark or something? Okay, let me try this. Please work.
Objection!
No! Oh, fuck off. Shut the fuck up, Judge. Whatever. If anything's wrong, you would have seen it. What?
Objection!
No! Ah! What? You invited, sir? What?
Objection!
No! Fuck, I'm so What? So confused. How's it? How's that a contradiction? I mean, like, all I can say is that, like, you guys just outed yourself that, like, it's not within your beat. And the regulation says, like, if it's not your beat, then don't report it or some shit. No, god damn it. What is it, my good sir? What the fuck do you want from me? Are you sure about that? No. No. People said. Would have seen it. Why did you say it was dark? How do I contradict like the statement that you guys had? What the hell?
Hold it!
Yeah, but my notes here, the sun had gone down already. It was dark. Oh, but Rolly was throwing along stars and shit. No. Oh. Hmm.
Hold it!
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Nope. Do you have anything to add? Constantly, yes? I'm not dying, am I? No, sir. Sorry, no. What? Oh my god. Is it a way to punish me with this long animation? My god, what happened was I dropped my bouquet and ended up losing my way for a while. Dropped my bouquet and ended up losing. Oh right, fucking hell. Enough, take the sword. No, 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 no. We are gentlemen.
Objection!
Oh, nope, no man. No! No! What? Oh fuck. Wait, 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 okay. Stop it, get some help. Okay. The victim, east side.
Objection.
Oh my god, it was not! No. Didn't take my eye off the moment. Wait. For example, have you seen this knife? No! God damn it! What is it? What is it, woman? Oh my god! Uh, the map? Ha! So sick of this music. Fuck. Ugh. You know what? You know what? I will go find the answer. Cause fuck you, I'm not doing this. Just give me a hint, man. Okay. No, not this one. I don't want polygon. Polygon! No! Wait, what? How is this? Okay. Okay. Yes, press all remaining statement. Wait, okay, press the fifth statement again. Hello, Zone. I'm like fucking dying here for the past 10 minutes because of this
Hold it!
fucking shit. You mean you dropped it? Yes, that's right. I was so upset. I ran over and saw a woman with a knife in the back. I was so shocked and I dropped the bouquet, right? And then in the dark spot, the street I wasn't casting any light, so I didn't notice at first. Yes, I'm cheating, Zone. I'm desperate now. I have no choice. Gotta hear me out, bro. I just want to move on. I just want to move on this case. Funny thing is, when I picked it up, it was nowhere near the victim's body. Okay. It's not disease, presumably, but let's believe. Whatever, lady. I don't care about your fucking stupid ass fucking bouquet. Just one fucking rouse. What am I eating? I'm eating marshmallows. Like I was drinking hot cocoa and I put a lot of marshmallows on top, so I'm eating the remaining of it. But you can hear that I was eating. Haha. Oops, sorry. Deserty. Okay. Oh, you're right. Oh my god, I'm stupid now. Oh my god. Fuck. You're right. I didn't take my eyes off the crime scene for a moment, sir. Nothing strange to report on that front, sir. But the rose is like gone. Oh my god, I'm stupid. Now I look at the walkthrough and then I actually like, oh my god.
Objection.
Fuck! Why? Why did I look at the fucking walkthrough? Damn it! You claim, Constable Beat, there was nothing to report in the 15 or so minute you were guarding the scene. But there cannot be. Shit. Huh? What do you mean, What? What do you mean to say? In your testimony just now, Mrs. Beat, you explained to the court that when you arrived back at the scene of the crime, when the policeman assigned to that beat, the bouquet you had dropped at the victim's side was no longer anywhere nearby. And then, yes, on the opposite side of Bray Road to where the victim was attacked. But consider the size of the marriage bouquet. If a single sorry bloom can be so described. No doubt it was blown in the wind across the street, back to the gutter where it belongs. Wow! Van Zig? Meager?
Objection.
But if that were the case, wouldn't the guy not go and chase the fucking rose? Why did Constable Beat not testify to the fact? Oh my god, I can't believe something so easy, but I just forgot about it. My god. Shut up, hot vampire. I know, right? My god, shut up, hot man. We don't need you here. Unless, no one else approached the scene as there was nothing removed from it. Constable Beat saw to that on Scotland Yard's honor. But the bouquet belonged to me. It has nothing to do with the case. That's why Rolly didn't mention it, I'm sure. No, because sadly it's not only a bouquet we are talking about here. Bam. More than one thing in this case is mysterious. The wrong way around. What are you talking about? Oh my god, his serious face. Think about it. Besides Mrs. Beat's bouquet, there's Mr. Garradab's book. I will have to shut your mouth with mine. Oh my god. Defense? You cannot shut your mouth with mine. Well, I don't mind. No, actually I do. Ooh, no, okay. Mr. Garradab's copy of The Lion's Pride, which was thrown out of the window by his wife, was supposed to be here. Would have struck the pan on the casement window and landed here on the west side of the street. And yet, It was here! On the east side. It was actually found here on the opposite side of the road, in the victim's hand. Why? Meanwhile, according to the testimony we have heard, Mrs. B's bouquet was supposed to be here. But then, in fact, it was here all along. I have no data and a patrol in 10 minutes. Oh no! Zone, go save your data. I'm grateful that you're here, but go do your thing, Zone. Oh whoa. It was actually found here, on the opposite side of the road, in front of Mr. and Mrs. Gardep's house. There's no logical explanation for those things. Unless somebody's deliberately moving them. Move them. Shit. Why is English so fucking complicated sometimes? What are you trying to say? The way you're talking, it sounds like you think my Rolly's done something wrong. I'm going to activate my Karen mode right now. Don't you listen to a word that scrawny lawyer says? Withering on books and bouquets, why should we care? It is nitpicking, that's what it is. Oh good, Mrs. Gardep's come around. You might call it nitpicking, Mrs. Gardep. But deliberately meddling with the scene of crime is a criminal offense. It's called tampering, Mr. Naruto. Yes. But the person responsible for this tampering cannot admit to it, for the very subtle but compelling reason.
Objection.
What? Tampering? You have barely heard the term before. Yeah, sure. Tell us, my learned friend, who would possibly have had costs to carry out such an elaborate deception? Yes, there's someone who tampered with the scene of the crime that evening. It was the culprit. All the evidence and all the testimony points to that one particular person. Consul, I must demand that you substantiate this conjecture. Who are you saying is responsible for tampering the scene of the crime and let me save. Hee. It is you, Soseki. No, I'm just kidding. You?
Take that!
Obviously, there's only one person it could have been. You! Constable Rolly Beat! It was you! What? A policeman? A member of Scotland Yard? What nonsense! Why would my Rolly do something like that? There's no one straighter than my husband. Nobody works more tirelessly for the people of London. Each day I have one service to do in my military base. Oh shit, we are in caution state due to the Ukraine situation as well. Oh my god. Yeah. Actually, I was like thinking about that zone. Like, so I'm a bit concerned. Like, you know, I hope you're doing fine there. You know, I hope like the whole situation won't escalate to the point that other nation has to like involve their army. So you know, it's not very nice. I just hope everything will just calm down. It's so sad, man, to look at the news every day like this. Take care, dude. Anyway, Mrs. Bede, you said in your testimony that your husband asked you to go to a nearby police box to fetch the officer on duty. 15 minutes that you were absent from the scene is the only opportunity anyone had to tamper with it. You're making it up! It's all nonsense, it's all lies! What about that Japanese man with the whiskers? I bet it was him! He did it! He ran away, bro!
Objection.
No! Well, if that was true, Constable B would have seen him do it! Oh! And forgive me for pointing it out. When you dropped your bouquet, Mr. Beat, it was after the defendant had fled the scene. Ugh, well.
Objection!
First you make accusation about the landlord and his wife, and now you incriminate a policeman as well. But your accusation lack one very important thing. Ugh. You claim the crime scene was tampered with. Oh shit! Hello, Janene! Here's Maya eating a cheese hamburger. Oh wait, it's so cute! A cheeseburger, sorry. Haha! Cute! Hello there. You'll all be okay. Let's hope it all ends soon. I know, right? Just I hope it all ends soon. Seriously, like, it's so sad. Like, I keep watching news these past few days and looking at a lot of people's perspective from it, you know? Like, not only from the West, but also like how Russian and like Ukrainian actually think about it, because like there's so many perspectives. It's geopolitical stuff, so yeah, I just hope it doesn't escalate because of like, you know, other country. You know, like some country just like say they will support, but they will not actually do anything. I hope like they won't like do any anyway. This is too political. We just move on. But there's only one reason anyone would have committed such reckless crime: to hide something. That's right, she's right. But my husband and I just happened to be there. That's all. So why would shit? So why would have anything? Wait, why would we have anything to hide? It doesn't make sense. You have offered no motive for this alleged tampering, and until you do, your accusations are nothing but empty threats. Are you talking about me? But Constable Beat had a very good reason for wanting to tamper with the scene of the crime. Like what? That's the key to this entire affair. Mr. Naruhodo, have you managed to solve this mystery? I have not. I also have God, said Sebastian, and Lang for the case closed. Law? Oh my god, wait. I have not played like what's it called? Miles Edgeworth Investigations yet. I think the very first Ace Attorney is actually like that I played was actually Investigation, but I have not played Investigation 2, and I forgot everything about the first one. So, and I heard the first one is not that good, you know. So, man, are you a big fan of Ace Attorney? Because I am, Janae, or Nene. Well, I don't know. I just call you Janae, I guess. Let's go, fellow Ace Attorney fan. I'll probably find a data hotspot from someone else and I'll be back later. Okay, thank you, Zone. Bye everyone. Bye, Zone. Consul, you have made a very serious accusation against a London police officer. If you are mistaken, I'm sure I need not point out that your reputation as a lawyer will be irrevocably damaged. That's a very mouthful word. With that stark warning in mind, you will now explain to the court the motive for this alleged tampering. I have no idea why he wanted to tamper it, but I'll just go along with it. Yes, my lord. Why? Constable Beat's motive for tampering the crime scene was to hide where the victim fell? Where the book fell? Where the bouquet fell? Now Zone is gone, let me say scum. Bouquet? Where the bouquet fell to the ground. That's why he had to cover up at all costs. And why exactly? To not frame her woman, her wife, his wife? Well, of course the reason is, do you have something to hide, my learned friend? Or for it seems you're unwilling to share the reason with the court. No, don't tell Naja, what the fuck? You snitch! Or could it be perhaps that no reason exists? No! Well, you see, Lord Benzig, I am a time traveler. Oh shit! Oh, where the book fell. Right? Oh my god, did it do a switcheroo? Where the victim fell to the ground. What? Another history, another timeline. You'd be like, that is absurd. Where the victim fell? Do you mean where she was attacked? What are you talking about? We told you at the very start, didn't we? On the pavement of Bray Road. We saw it happen, remember? It was right here, as if anyone didn't already know. That's certainly what everybody has been led to believe. But in fact, that isn't where the victim was stabbed at all. What? What? Oh my god. I'm beginning to wonder where this tumultuous trial will end, Consul. I have no idea as well. If that's your assertion, then the court is dying to know, my Nipponese friend. What? Where are you proposing that the crime actually took place that evening? They share the same scalp? Yeah, they did. It's so cute. You see, my lord, it was here, right? Wait, let me think. They do a switcheroo. Here. Wait, why they do a switcheroo? Wait, it was found here with the book, but what if it was like the flower to begin with, and then the book was here? Does that make sense? You mean here?
Take that!
But that's on the opposite side of the road. I don't understand. Oh, Rolly's like, on the evening in question, Mr. Gardep's book fell directly down the window below. Oh fuck, I'm losing my voice. And your bouquet, Mr. Bean, never moved at all. What did move? What the fuck? Was the scene of the crime itself? Good gracious! Objection. That's absurd, bro. Perhaps you haven't heard. Perhaps you haven't been listening to the ample testimony the court has heard. The spinning, I know, right? But these witnesses both saw the moment the attack took place. That's right. I saw it with my own eyes. It was 5 o'clock in the evening. Oh yeah, she does have a terrible sense of direction, isn't she? It was 5 o'clock in the evening and it's already dark. It was a typical London fog on the ground. We saw the incident unfold and ran to the victim's aid. That was actually on the west side of Bray Road. What? No, that's not true. It can't have been. Constable Bill then arranged for you to be absent for a while by sending you for help. During the 15 minutes when you were away, he transplanted the crime scene. He moved all things shown in this print, the victim herself and 4 books. He moved everything in fact to the pavement on the east side of Bray Road. Oh, extraordinary! But the constable overlooked one thing. What? What did he overlook? The bouquet, I presume? Yup, exactly. Wow, the prosecution told the court, the prosecution told the court just a few minutes ago about the discovery of the rose bouquet. Lord Vansig said it wasn't noticed until morning, as it lay where the lamp street cast no light. Yes, it couldn't been seen in the dark, obviously. Which is why it was the only bouquet that was found in its original position on the pavement on the west side of Bray Road. Are you saying that I was wrong for saying east is west and west is east? Yes. And that is the defendant's theory about what really happened that evening. How do you respond, Constable Rolly Wheat? A breakdown? Very sorry. I didn't mean to nod off again, but I haven't slept properly in a month. Did I miss anything important? Oh, Rolly! It isn't true, isn't it? What the lawyer said is all lies, isn't it? I know it is because you are the most upstanding, righteous man I know. Or am I? I had a dream, a terrible dream. All the things I did that night. Everything come out, everything exposed. Exposed! Yes, that's some good at piping hot tea. Huh. Only it seems it wasn't a dream at all. Good golly! Oh my god, policeman was corrupted? Who would have thunk? Order! On what earth is the meaning of this? Oh, sorry, what was that voice? Oh, Rolly, why? Why would you do something like this? Moving a corpse is a criminal offense, isn't it? She's not dead yet, bro. Hello, Tara. Why is he eating his head strap? Because he's sleepy, man. Also, shout out to Tara. She streams sometimes. My mods are not here, it seems. It's a criminal offense, isn't it? Wishing the victim dead should be one too. Constable, explain yourself. Why would you do this? As a respected man of Scotland Yard, your duty is to protect the good people of London town. I can't say, sir. What? I really am ever so sorry about all this. For damaging the yacht's reputation. For everything. It's because of like the yeah, I have a possible explanation. Because it's not on his beat, you know, so he can't report it, is it? For why on that particular evening, Constable Beat felt compelled to move the scene of the crime. I can't think of one reason. What? How could you possibly know? You, a foreigner, presume to understand the mind of a Scotland Yard policeman? A popo? And yet, Lord Vanzig, it is this foreigner who has uncovered the startling truth of the matter thus far. Oh shit, I'm sorry for being racist then. I believe it would be beneficial to the court to hear this extraordinary, whatever, young lawyer's theory. You get it. Sword time. Counsel of the defense, for the defense, if you please. Yes, my lord. Now then, I think you had better show us some evidence. At once, my lord. England, Japan, it makes no difference where you come from. Human emotions are the same. You hear that, the world? You hear that? We are the same. And I think we have a fairly good idea of the feelings behind the man's action. This man, oops. What gives away the motive of the action? It's this. One cut! I realize that I'm a foreigner in this land, and I have only just arrived from Japan 2 days ago, which is why all this information about London's so-called bobbies is completely new to me. I've learned that, though honorable, patrolling the beat is the most demanding work in the world, for example. Keeping the peace, looking after the citizen on his beat is in all kinds of ways. There is no doubt that the young Bobby is charged with a great deal to do each day, certainly. But for Constable Beat, the day in question was special. Special? How? On the account of this bouquet, my lord. Oh yes! It was our very first wedding anniversary! Ooh, Constable Beat had worked so hard to be able to afford this simple gift for his wife. I was so looking forward to taking her out for a celebratory meal. When he and Mrs. Beat stumbled upon a crime along Mr. Bearwood, when he saw the shadowy figure through the fog collapse on the pavement ahead of them. What must have gone through the man's mind? But sir, just on that particular day, I was looking forward to Mr. Beat puts up a lot with Mr. Speed puts up with a lot of being married to a bobby like me. I want to show my dear wife how much I care. No, Rolly. This is the warrant card that Constable Beat offered to lend to me earlier. Inside, among the rules for patrolling policemen, it says, when a crime is discovered on his beat, a policeman must assist with initial investigation to help detectives. Aha! Constable Beat. Okay. Is that or is it not the reason why you moved the whole scene of the crime that day? Just to celebrate with your wife? Oh my god, yes. Everything you said, it's alright. So that is. Was all to do with the boundary of your beat. Oh, exactly. To summarize, the incident actually occurs on Constable Beat's beat. Beat. Good gracious, Constable, do you realize the gravity of what you've done? It was opposite. Okay. I get it now. Shit. Cause I thought like he was like, never mind. Because I thought like he was trying to like claim the honor of like discovering the corpse, so he would be his responsibility. But yeah, it was the opposite. It was the first time since I became a copper that I ever cursed God. What the hell? Stay close to me, Pat. The criminals still be lurking somewhere. Oh. As we ran over to the scene, I had every intention of doing my duty as a police officer. We've got to report this to the station as quickly as possible, ASAP. But then it dawned on me. I realized where we were, where the victim was lying, and what that meant for me. When the crime is discovered on his beat, a policeman must assist with initial. Okay, yeah, same shit. Why here? Why did this have to happen here? Why tonight of all nights? Why? Well... No. It's a copper's job to guard the scene of the crime, so... I told Pat she had to go to the nearest police box and fetch whoever was on duty there. And it was then, when I opened my mouth to speak, it just came out. I couldn't believe the words that was coming out of my mouth! What? This is the next beat to mine, Pat. So you have to go to the police box that covers it, turn right along Merscombe Street, and then... Oh no. Oh. Oh, Susato. Rolly, give this man a break, man. This man just want to celebrate with his wife. Oh, Rolly! I am. No, I am so sorry. I'm sorry. So sorry. Oh no. Wait. Let me screenshot. Oh, Constable. I just wanted that one night to take my Patricia out for dinner. Oh, Rolly. Just that one night. You knew that if the incident was on your beat, your evening of celebration would be ruined. And so you decided to move the entire. I thought the entire circus to move the entire crime scene outside your jurisdiction, just across the street to the East Pavement on Brea Road, which falls under the neighboring Beats care. You see, I thought. Well, I was sure the victim was dead. You see. I beg your pardon. Oh, of course he did! Otherwise my Rolly would never let the poor woman on the freezing cold pavement. Cold pavement. Ah, I see your meaning now. Actually, I know that she's still alive, but I just don't care. But God got me back for my sins, didn't he? That's why I missed the rose I bought for Pat. No, Rolly! It was all my fault! I should never have dropped it in such a dark place! I'm so sorry, Lord Rolly! Roly-poly, holy-poly! And can you tell us, Constable, how many books do you move from the one side of the road to the other in total? Huh? Oh, 4 it was. Yes, sir, definitely. 4. 3 of them dropped by Mr. Nazumi, and 4th being the one fell from the household. But what made you place the book in the victim's hand when all the others were scattering haphazardly around? I mean. Oh, well, sir, that's because that's how I found it. How you found it? What do you mean? When we first ran to the scene, the victim was already holding the book. So when I moved for everything, I make sure it was still in her hand. You make sure this book, The Lion's Pride, that the victim was holding? Oh yes, sir. No doubt about it, sir. Interesting. This tear won't stop me from doing justice, man. Arrest him, law. Crocodile tears. No more, I say. No more. I thought it was an open and shut case at the time, you see. There was only 2 people at the crime scene, and Pat and me both saw it happen. However, which way you look at it, it had to be the fellow who ran off who done it, I thought. I couldn't see the harm, really. I didn't think moving it all over the road would make a jot of difference. I thought it is for me now. I've had it. My lord. Yes, Lord Van Zieks. I believe that concludes the cross-examination of the witness. Constable, you may withdraw. Yes, sir. Mr. Prosecutor, sir, what will become of my Rolly? What will happen to him? For now, you are free to go home. The police will contact you in due course. Please, don't punish my husband. That was all my fault. It's because I was It's because I was always moaning at him for coming home late. No. It is all my fault. Leave it now, Pat. Let's go home. I'm tired. All right then, my love. One last thing, Constable. Sir, go get some sleep. Let this be a lesson to you. In a criminal investigation, every detail matters, however insignificant it may seem to you. Yes, sir. Carve that lesson in your mind. And never again make the mistake of tampering with the scene of crime. You're giving me a second chance? Never again, sir? You mean to say... Leave, now. The trial is not over yet. Oh my god, he does have a heart. Sir! Yes, sir! Well, quite a startling revelation, I must say. Whoever thought a third-party transplanting the entire scene of a crime like that? Indeed, my lord. Nevertheless, there are some immutable facts here, principally. that accused Mr. Sosaki Natsume is the only person who could possibly have committed this crime.
Objection.
No! No, hot vampire! No, I disagree with you. Now that we know the true scene of the incident, there is someone else. Another person who could be responsible for the knife in the victim's back. Forgive me for being presumptuous, but I believe the prosecution is probably well aware of this possibility already. Lord Vansig, is this true? Yes, very well. Name this person if you will, if it furthers the investigation. If further investigation is warranted. The prosecution has no objection to the trial continuing. It's okay, hot vampire. I know you're tired. You can come my home and take a shower. Eehee. It's you, Vansig. I think it's you.
Take that!
Joanna. The defense would once again like to request the cross-examination of the new witness, my lord. Oh yeah, the witness. My assistant made the same request earlier. In order to finally reveal the truth about this fucking case is so fucking long. My god, it's imperative that we cross-examine juror number 4, Mrs. John Gardup. Me, oh dearie me.
Objection.
No. That request has already been denied.
Objection.
But we can do it now. But the situation is very different now. Mrs. Gardup, answer me this. What do you want, you little toad? At the time of the incident, you were enraged in a violent argument with your husband, Mr. John Gardup. John Watson, what? Watson, what are you doing here? In the course of argument, a minor house fire was ignited. And to clear the smoke from the room, your husband opened a window that looks out over Briar Road. Well, what's of it? You threw this book at your husband, but he was cornered with his back against the window. Upon striking the pane of the opening hinge, with the open top hinge casement window, the book plummeted directly down, finding its way to what we now know to be the true scene of the incident. Yes, that's just one of it. During the argument, you were beside yourself with rage. As such, you threw not just book but anything you could lay your hands on. So let me ask you one more time, Mrs. Gardup. This knife, the one removed from the victim's back. Have you seen this before? Have you really never laid eyes on it before? Ah! I don't recall it. No, I don't recall it. Seriously? Am I supposed to remember everything I picked up and threw at my husband? Anyway, the man over there is all that regalia said the man over there in all the regalia said the member of jury needn't testify, didn't he? Oh my god. Conveniently, yes?
Objection.
No, I have no recollection of saying that at all. Juror number 4. Oh shit! Make no mistake. You jurors are not special in any way. You're not immune to the judicial process. If you know something about this knife, madam, let the truth come out. But that's just a common or garden knife. Garden knife? It could have come from anywhere. We have several like that at home. If one missing, that would have expect. How would you expect me to know? What's that? Are you joking? What are you saying, please, Mrs. Gardup? Did you just alter yourself like a goddamn idiot? Now you listen to me. I refuse to believe all this nonsense. I couldn't bear the thought that I injured someone. Do you hear? I couldn't bear it. Oh, the poor woman. Oh, please, will someone just please stop attacking her? So yes, I want evidence. I want to see hot evidence if you're going to insist on this being my fault. You're going to have to prove me true. Yeah, fuck. You're going to have to prove to me that I threw the knife if that's what you think. Come along now, chop chop. Do your worst. Well, Mr. Naruto. If I have evidence if I had evidence like that, believe me, I would have throw it at her already. Then take the stand, juror. Oh, what the hell? You just gonna say that shit to me? The prosecution does not object the defense request to cross-examine this woman. Thank you. Oh my god. Thank you, Lord Vanzig. Thank you very much. I'm going to have to testify. Oh my god, the hot vampire agrees with me. Juror number 4, as I'm sure you will appreciate, having observed it with your own eyes today. Witness testimony can lead to the most extraordinary truths being unearthed. The truth is out there. Truths of which the witnesses themselves may not even have been aware. Oh dearie me. I demand your full and unadulterated testimony, Mrs. Garrett, and mark my words, in this court of law today, we shall extract the truth from you. Do you concur, consuls? Yes, certainly, my lord. Oh, that's what I'm hoping for, my lord. And then they fuck. After the court, that is. Ooh! This is such a strange feeling. For the first time since arriving in this country, it actually feels real. About what? Damn, what's this cutscene? I'm here in the Old Bailey, and I am a lawyer. Rumba. Sheesh. Witness, state your name and occupation. Oh jeez. My name is John de Garrideb, and I am I'm a juror and such like. Bruh. It sounds like she doesn't even know if she's a housewife or maid or what anymore. The court, she has a lot of career, okay, like jobs, okay. Sheesh. The court has decided your testimony is required in order to clarify matters in this case. Do you understand, madam? Yes, my lord. You will tell the court everything that took place in your household on the evening in question. Or else, and I warn you, do not attempt to hide the truth. Oh dearie me. Chin up, Johnny. Nothing to worry about now. 老公! Oh my god, is that my hubby? Oh, I didn't know you were here, John. Hey. Look at them, a new couple and an old couple now. So cute. Look at him with his badge and stuff. Oh my god, uncle, you okay? You fine, uncle? Wait, anyway, wasn't only you in the room that day or thing, was it? Rather, I ought to testify as well, don't you? But what about your knee, dear? Don't you worry about that. Hardly notice it. I'm not the sort of chap to leave a comrade to face this disciplinary action alone. Oh, John. I presume you are Mr. John Gardup? Yes, sir. Formerly second lieutenant of the 3rd Regiment of the 4th Northland Fusiliers. So whatever, you get what I mean. You've seen my fair share of action and now living in a quiet life, as it were. The quiet life? He just wants a quiet life. Were you not engaged in an incidental battle with your spouse on the day in question? Well, yes, quite. Oh my god, that's a Sigma male right there. Wow. I believe this may represent a first in the proud history of the British court. Calling a jury to a witness stand is unprecedented. However, the court will hear your testimony now, juror number 4, and that of your husband. You will recount clearly and concisely the event that in your home at the time of the incident in question. Sir, at once! This game is long. Oh boy, okay, yes, on the day you're referring to, the wife and I had a bit of a skirmish. Okay, can't recall the reason now. Sure, knocked the candlestick over and set a fire on the carpet and soon had it out though. Then got the window open. Meanwhile, I was picking up whatever I could find to throw at him. Plenty of knives around our place. Can't say I noticed if one or two went missing, I'm afraid. Wait, I could just show it to you and just ask you if you noticed anything, right? If that bally thing in the victim's bag was really was one of ours, you have a job proving it, I think. Okay. That sounds as though it was quite the battlefield in your household that evening. Let me drink my cold cocoa. It's not hot anymore. That's good. It was great. Okay. Although an entire one-sided assault, it seems. The enemy caught us on the hop, sir. Had no choice but to dig in and take defensive measure. To be honest, if the enemy had kept shelling us from another minute, we've been lost. Toast. Shit, never mind, I can't read. Of course, a veteran such as myself is only too aware that on every battlefield you're just a Norse whisker from death at any moment. Are we still talking about a marital quarrel here? Well, I like this music. I must say, I am dubious that the testimony will shed any light on the origins of this jackknife. In combat, one's focus narrows such the surroundings are barely noticed. These witnesses may not be able to offer anything more than they have testified already. This may be a dead end. Fencing may really be his right. The hot vampire is right. Well, whatever the chances, we only have this last cry. Oh my god, this is the last? Oh, thank the gods. This is the last cross-examination to uncover the truth, man. I'm afraid so. This game is so good, I wish there was a Brazilian Portuguese sub. Just make one, Najaf. Just do it. Oh, Zone. I wanna give the you a sub, but you already sub. Oh, lol. Very well, console. Begin your cross-examination. Welcome back, Zone, by the way. Alright, boys, let me do this. Can't recall the reason? Sure. The reason is what you told us yesterday, I believe. Shh, don't tell anyone. That's right. If I remember correctly, it's all started because of a note that was tucked into the pages of the book belonging to Mrs. Garrett. A rather passionate note, in fact. But Mrs. Garrett found the note and discovering her husband's little secret, and she gave him a mighty number of slaps across the face for it too. What a sordid state of affairs. Hell on earth. I say, when a chap says he can't recall such a thing, it's common decency not to drag it all up. And besides, half of it was just wide the mark anyway. Unlikely story. This water runs very deep. And what transpired next? After these multiple blows to the face? Knocked a candlestick all the way.
Hold it!
And the fire also spreads to some items of furniture, didn't it? The bookcase, my armchair, anything of mine really. Just so happens there was some bath water around the evening, so I sloshed that about to put it out. Oh my god, bath water, where can I buy it? A most precarious situation you put yourself in. Ours is a 3-story townhouse on the west side of the street, where the water mains isn't connected yet. Fuck, what the fuck? Oh really? Ooh. Have to draw water from the public water pump during the day if you need any, you see. The lodge are always moaning that they can't get any water at night. Although that little mustache Japanese man buys water in bottles, I believe. The defender, Mr. Natsume, you mean? Yes, he received a stipend for his studies, you know, from his home country. Can you imagine being able to brew a pot of tea at all hours? He is obviously very well off. Oh wait, the next person that chats gives up. Wow, Zone, you don't have to do that. But I appreciate, don't do it, Zone. Keep the money. Forgot to ask how have I been doing. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I'm just, you know, I'm still alive, you know. Why is that dude shit? I know, right? Oh my god, Snowball, I mentioned this in the first stream for this case. I was like, why does this man looks like the fucking McDonald's moon like in the 80s, that fucking commercial, you know? Ham always complain when I give someone because I feel bad, Najab. Like, don't throw money at me. I don't stream that much, you know? Like, I have like my stream is very low effort. I don't think I deserve that much, to be honest. So I feel bad. Snoo got modded, yes, cause like he usually like he's quite how do I put this, like he's here often, I think. So yes. State of the man. I believe he uses all of his income to buy books. No, why can't he? Once he finishes it, why can't he just sell the books? Well, anyway, the point is I was able to douse the fire with water, fortunately enough. Meanwhile, I was picking up whatever I could find to throw at him. Even though the room was on fire, as far as I was concerned at the time. It was more important to extinguish my anger than the flames. When a woman wants to throw, she must throw. That's most certainly not true of a Susato takedown, Mr. Naruto. How did she know I was thinking that? So please cast your mind back and try to remember. Was a knife among the items that you threw at your husband that day? Well, in all honesty, I don't recall. But I feel I must point out that I'm no monster. Let me see. Some bread, a cabbage, a garlic, towel, a sponge. Ooh, a napkin.
Excuse me.
Bro, do you have something to add, sir? Mr. Garda. Yeah? Oh shoot! Sorry, I beg your pardon. Did your wife remark just now bring something to mind? Nothing of any significance, no. Just that the barrage of projectiles of the old thing launches in my direction. It's someone more solid than she implies. Books, bricks, and fire pokers, I seem to recall. Ouch! Jesus Christ, lady. What the fuck? Ah! Good grief, Ruben. We're not at home now. This is a court of law. Wait, what? And the woman's aim is uncanny. She landed directly with every volley. Oh dearie me. Ever so sorry, dear. What is she even doing with a teapot in here? Honestly, John, I would never have thrown such thing at you, obviously. Well, take a look at this then. How do you suppose that happened, Your pipe, sir! Had this thing in my head as usual at the time of the onslaught. Knock it clean out with one of her soft projectiles, she did, yes. Wait, what? And when I went to pick the thing up, it was broken in two. I like to see the sponge do that sort of damage. I see. Your pipe was broken. F in the chat. It would have never been. It would never been sent flying unless it was hit by something pretty solid, like a brick. Anyway, I managed to bandage the thing up for now. You're the one. You don't want to exaggerate, aren't you, dear? I wonder what we should make an account of this. Very important. Everything is very important. Can you put that in the fucking testimony, my dude?
Objection!
No. This war veteran's words is only tell us one thing. Betray a fiery wife and pipes as well as heart may be broken. Sentimental wisdom perhaps, but hardly worthy of adding to the formal testimony. Indeed, common sense what might say. What might one? Shit. In that case, would you at least permit us to examine the pipe, sir? Oh, well, I don't see why not. Oh, dearie me, there you go again, trying to ingratiate. What? Ingratiate yourself with a young lady. Very well, the court will accept the gentleman's pipe as evidence. Oh shit, hello Chargin. What up? I hope I didn't speak out of turn. I was just feeling a rather disappointed for you for the This case, my god, Chargin, this case is long as fuck. My fucking god. My throat is fucking dying. This is my third stream for this case. This case is all I can say. Whoa. What in the Sam Hugh? You guys, how are you going to smoke? What happened in... Wait, that's Phoenix, right? But what happens in it? Okay. Is this case good? You know what? I'll leave the judgment after I finish this, but like... Oh my god. Oh, something just twinkled inside the chamber of the pipe. How the fuck are you going to smoke if there's some fucking glass inside your fucking pipe, my dude? Yes, I saw it. Something stuck in there, I think. Let's turn it over and give it a shake. What is this? A tiny oh, it's a metal? Oh my god, it's a fucking knife. Oh, it's a tiny fragment of metal. It looks like the tip of a blade or something. The tip of a blade? It surely couldn't be. Ara. It looks to be in a storage state with the bandage around it, doesn't it? But for some reason, it feels slightly ominous to me. It's like trying to shout a warning. What do you mean? Probably because the same bullet as Mr. Garrett's dressing gown. I suppose it must have been considerable sentimental value to Mrs. Garrett, given that he's gone to the trouble of repairing it like this. Either that he just can't afford to replace it, or... Oh! New evidence! Thank you for that rebuttal, Mr. Garrett. Now, if we could return to the crux of the matter. What can you tell the court about the knife used to attack with them? Plenty of knives around the place. I can't say I didn't notice. One or two missing, I'm afraid. I'll just press everything in first. Sorry, could you care to elaborate? Nothing to say, really. rather partial to spot a craving. You see, carving. Fuck, it's carving. It's not craving. Fuck, man. I used to can't differentiate carving and craving because they look the same sometimes. Rather partial to spot of a carving, you say? Pipes and whatnot, fishing tackle, you know, those sort of things. It's a passion we both share. I like to carve little wooden trinkets too. And then there's my leather work. Oh shit, really? That's cool. Sorry to say we're always losing knives about place. We have thousands of the things. They sell them at the market sometimes, 20 for the price of 19. Needless to say, I snapped them up. John prefers to use 2 knives at meal times too, instead of a knife and a fork. That's kind of weird. Now, John, you don't really want to think I'm some sort of savage. Ah! There we go again with the scaldings. Why are they so evasive? I mean, just because they don't want to believe it. Believe what? They can't bear the thought that it might have been one of their knives that injured the victim. Which is entirely understandable, of course, but still. Go on with your testimony, witnesses. Yes, sir! I like this guy's design, so fucking good. If the body things in the victim's face, I can. I can prove it. Let me save this fucking game. So what I've been doing up lately, I've been doing nothing but hitting the gym. Yes, let's go, bro. And Demon Slayer. I've been learning Live 2D, you know, and I've been like drawing, doing stuff, crocheting, been doing myself, been being myself. I'm doing okay. That's cool. Oh my god, my brother just keep asking me, is like, yo, have you watched Demon Slayer season 2? I was like, I have not, because I want to wait for the whole season to be finished and then I just can go watch it or something. And then he said, oh my god, it's so good or something like that. I was like, okay, cool, but so I'll watch it later. You re-download Blender. Oh my god, I try using Blender. I think I finished the donut the donut tutorial that is on YouTube, you know, the famous donut tutorial. And like, it's fun. For Blender, I'm most interested in the grease pencil actually, like instead of like the modeling aspect of it. Cause I don't know, I just like animation in 2D, so maybe 2.5, 2D and 3D like mixed together. So I'm watching Haikyuu, is so good. Oh my god, Jeff, let's go! Haikyuu is so good, you guys. I need to watch season 4. Oh my god, I used to rewatch Haikyuu so many times. Can't even count it. It used to be my favorite anime. Demon Slayer overhyped as to hell, but a good time. Yeah, it is. Like I remember I finished like the first season in 2 days and it was so fucking good. I can understand why people like it, you know? What do you think, Mr. Naruto? How does it feel to be honest? Actually I should do that. Oh fuck. Yeah, I know. Right, let me. Oops. Damn it.
Objection.
There you go. Mr. Gardup, could I ask you to take a good look at this, please? You can ask, but I can't see a bally thing. You can't? You used to call me Dead Eye Dad back in the regiment, of course, but that was some time ago. What? Even when I'm trying to enjoy a large print book by the fire these days, I just squint my eyes. I struggle to tell a B from a D and P from a Q, to be honest. No. Oh, he does. Dearie me. It's rather wearing being asked about every other letter in every other word. You must be very dizzy. Fuck off, you don't scare. What the fuck? What is that? A tiny scrap of metal? Yes, almost certainly from the tip of the blade. And what may appear at first to be a tiny scrap is in fact a crucial piece of evidence. Interesting. And where did the defense come by this evidence? It was lodged in the chamber of Mr. Gaddard's pipe. My pipe, you say? By Jove, I wonder how that got there. And what precisely does the fragment of piece of does this fragment of metal signify, Consul? Are you suggesting that this is in some way related to the matter of stabbing the Briar Road on the Briar Road shit? Yep. What? When put together with another piece of evidence already in the court record, I believe that this tiny fragment of matter will unravel the whole truth of this case, my lord, or sheer tale. Oh my god. Is season 4 good? Season 3 was like so fucking hype. It was only 10 episodes, but it was so fucking good. I was just like shouting at the end, especially like Tsuki, you know, Tsukishima. That part was so fucking good, and like, you know, when the moment when he shouts Yosha, and I was like, oh my god, that's so good. But anyway, you appear rather confident in the extraordinary statement, Consul. Tsuki! Yosha! Yeah, Tsukishin's so fucking good. Yeah, Uchiyama Cookie's so good. You know what? Maybe I should give like Haikyuu dub a chance, you know? Season 4 is good, but I personally think that the best game is yet to come. I see. 10 out of 10 voice acting. Yeah, it is. So good. Maybe I should go watch dub actually. I want to rewatch Haikyuu again, but in dub so I can do something in the background, you know? Huh. What evidence is paired with this fragment? This fucking knife, bro.
Take that!
This is a knife that we found in the victim's back. You look closely, you will see there's a small piece of yep. Oh, but really? I meant your screaming is 100%. Lol, charge it. Lol. A common issue with an inferior blade sold at unsavory street markets. The English pronunciation of the names always irritate me, but it's not a bad dub. Or is it like the way they pronounce it very weirdly? It's like Tsukishima, Hinata, Kageyama. I don't know. Kageyama. Kageyama Tobio. Tobio. Is it? Yamaguchi. Sorry. Criminals who use them regularly leave the tips lodged in the victim's bones. Ugh. And what of this particular knife? No doubt its tip has suffered a similar fate, now languishing somewhere near the spine of the victim. Bro, are you sure? We already showed the fucking evidence. No, that's not the case, man. Huh? The tip of this particular knife's blade is the very fragment of the metal we discovered in the chamber of the little pipe. Wow, what? Ugh! Whoa, what was that? What was that? Oh, good grief, Lord Venzing! What was that animation? Did you guys see that when he took the damage like the fucking hot man he is? It's like, oh, I've been shot, but it's okay. Oh my god! Why are you so hot? You have no reason to be this hot, okay? Oh my god! Bro! I'm saving this. I don't believe it. Oh my god. So hot. Why are you so hot? Why can't I be him? Wait, let me update my social let me update my Instagram. He's too hot, you guys. Oh my god. The jawline, I know, right? Stop squirrels in my pants. Lost. It's making me question things. Look at him. So hot. Anyway. Oh my god, look at this fucking pose. Ah, shit. He's doing a fucking JoJo pose. The knife from the crime scene and this fragment of metal. A perfect match. Good golly, Josh. Gosh. Joe. Order. Is this some sort of Eastern sorcery? What? Oh shit. This is no magic, my lord. This is a miracle. A miracle? So Magic has figured out, hasn't he? Vampire Edgeworth, I'm into it, I know, right? Yes, King, yes! Console, explain this extraordinary coincidence at once. Yes, my lord, the crucial point we have to ask ourselves here is when did the fragment of metal find its way inside Mr. Gardep's pipe? I know, right? How? Something that was clarified for us in the most recent witness testimony. Had this thing in my hand as usual at the time of the onslaught. Knock it clean out with one of her soft projectiles. She did, yes. It would never. Wait. It would never have been sent flying unless it was hit by something pretty solid. Pretty solid. Oh, they look so scared. Oh, dearie me. Now see him singing it. During the argument between these two that occurred just as the victim was on the pavement below, Mr. Gardep flung this knife at his husband. However, the knife missed Mr. Gardep instead of striking. The knife missed Mr. Gardep, instead striking the pipe in his hand at the time, which caused the tip to break off, of course. Oh my god! Oh lord! Yes, and that's when the tiny tip of the blade found its way inside Mr. Gardep's pipe. Wow, that's a stretch. The chances of that are 1,000,000 to 1! And yet there's no other credible explanation for how the tip of the blade ended up in your pipe. How is this still going? Then after losing its tip, the knife ricocheted off the pipe and flew out of the window. What? Huh? Ah. In short, the knife fell from the window of the Gardep's house. It's the very same knife that struck the victim in the middle back of the street below. In the middle of the back on the street below. Good Josh. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh lord. Oh my god. His coat is burned. I just realized. This is America. Knife culture reminds me of that John Tron video. What? A full body theory, I'll give you that. Nice pun. Huh? A complex bouquet of seemingly trivial points, plausibly arranged to create an most passable vintage. Allow me to toast my learned friend's characteristically Nipponese approach to bottling his argument. So after all, it's just a theory. A game theory. The bottle, I fear, is corked. Because you see... Oh my god, sir! Sir! It's spoiled by an insurmountable inconsistency. Oh my god. You cannot do that, dude. Lord Vences, put down your leg at once. I was going to say feet. Shit. What's this inconsistency you claim to claim to have identified? An inconsistency to this of the simplest nature, my lord. Oh my god. Yeah, I want to save when he like hit. Never mind. When the text box is gone. How do I hide the text box? when the victim was found, the knife planted in the middle of her back. Yes, in her... Ah! Pick. Ow! That's right, you silly little man. Oh shit. That's right, you silly little man. Now, John, old thing. What are you getting so excited about? No, he's not doing the pose anymore. Let us consider the basic facts of the case once more. The victim was walking along the pavement before being stabbed in the back and falling to the ground. And the knife was struck her had fallen from above. There's no possible way it could have planted itself into the victim's back. Yeah. What? Order. Quite right, you see? That's exactly right. You're exactly right. The knife had fallen on her from above. You were struck her on top of her head. Bro, that is so easy, man. Oh yeah, she's on the box. I just realized, yeah, she's on the fucking box. Okay, you throw the book first, right? And then she picked up, and then you throw the knife, you know, and she was bent down. I say this so many times already. Game, move on already. He's lost for words. Look, I knew it. I don't like his theory in the first place. I don't know though what really did happen. It would appear the defense has made a rather spectacular blunder. A theory has oh my god, my brain has. If a theory has even one inconsistency, it cannot stand. Your theory, my learned friend. What the fuck is history? No. Runosuke, come on. Oh, hello, Runers. Hello, what up? Man, Runers, this fucking case is so long. My throat is like dying, you know. Fucking, I wanna die already. Fuck. Everyone here is so fucking stupid. What? She just bent down and picked the book up, man. Like, fuck. The skies is up. What do you mean? Get a friend to help you with voice acting. No, I want to voice act myself. I don't have friends, man. I'm just showing. Friends? That's very funny. Don't have a friend. No, in other words, you want to come with us, but you want to voice act with me? We simply need to eliminate the inconsistency and the theory we stand. Miss Susato? You mustn't worry, Mr. Naruto. You were just caught off guard, that's all. I mean, I don't mind really. Never mind, I'm just joking. You just caught off guard, that's all, and your mind went blank. You don't think of timing as right now, like when are you free or something like that? Oh, I was fine. But if the path you were on is indeed correct, then the way we present itself. The key to this is the court records. I'm sure that all the oh my god. It seems you have nothing to say, my Nipponese friend. Well, your silence speaks volume. The tactic accepting that your theory is fatally flawed. Then I can see his underwear. Oh shit. The Nipponese object. I am unhinged. This inconsistency doesn't mean I was on the wrong track. It means that I need to sharpen my mind and dig deeper for the truth. It is a test! これは試練だ! Yes! Nipponese lemao, I know, right? It sounds like a fucking slur, man. Like, oh god. Like a fictional slur, you get what I mean? If the knife fell on the victims from above, there's no way they could have hit her in the middle of her back. Under normal circumstances, that is. What are you implying? Rip hand time? No! やめろ、ナジャブ。これ以上、俺の体は持たないぞ。私の喉が持たない。2分 めだよ Oh my god, so cringe. Console? やめろ、たけしそれ以上君の体はOh my god. Aku tak faham lah. Saya faham. Saya tak faham bahasa Melayu. I'm not really good. I don't know Malay. Sorry. my bahasa bahasa Melayu. Wait, what? Level bahasa saya yang tulis. I don't know. There's a piece of evidence in the courtroom that can explain this inconsistency. I will have to explain this knife that fell from above that pierced the victim's baku. Here, we have already have the answer, Your Honor. Kutonesu. Arthur Metonesu. Sure, this must be the last time. Counsel, present the evidence that which you speak to. God damn it, I wanna die. This is the last inconsistency, the last shit, the final piece in the puzzle. If I can successfully make this sense of this truth will be laid bare in Etolasto. Oh my god. Sorry. You make me do this now, Jeff. I blame you. Let me save. I don't know. The evidence. Okay. Huh. Yeah, this one. The book. Bitch. This. この本はこの現場で見つかった本はこれは最後のエビデンスです Sorry, okay, you know what? I'm done doing this fucking weep shit. This is the final piece of the evidence the defense will present. The burnt book? Oh my god, I like this music. Yes! Is that not Mr. Gardap's book? Yes, and to understand its significance, we have to consider how it came to be at the scene in the first place. The photographic print clearly shows the book in question. The victim's holding in her hand. But as we all know, it was the police constable who put the book between their fingers like that. Quite so, as part of his whole self-transferring of the crime scene to the opposite side of the road. That's true, however. As part of his testimony, Constable Beard made an extremely enlightened statement on that point. But what made you place the book in the victim's hand? Because he was copying the exact same... Because yeah, this is how he found it, yeah. When we first ran over the scene, fuck, the victim was already holding the book. So when I move everything, I make sure it was still in her hand. In other words, the victim had already picked the book up of her own violations. And clearly, she doesn't own an air fryer. That must have been before she suffered the knife wound. Well, I should say so. After being attacked with a knife, I don't imagine she'd be doing much of anything. Shit, I cough. I choke on my spit. So the question becomes, why did the victim have the book in her hand? By jingo! I think I'm beginning to see to see what may have happened now. Oh dearie me! We know that the book fell from the floor on the top floor of Mr. Gardap's household on the pavement below, and precisely the moment the victim was walking past. Yes, and at exactly that moment, the young woman was walking along the street in the light fog, and when all of a sudden a book fell right in front of her. The book I threw? Yep. I'm like fucking 10 steps ahead of this game, and now you just gotta like address this now? Yes, Mrs. Garrett. And what do you think that woman did? What would you do if you were walking along and suddenly a book landed in front of you on the pavement? Well, I really can't imagine it, but I suppose she might have reached down. Oh no! And picked the book up. She's kind of cute, eh? Yes, that's exactly what the woman in fact did. She picked up the book. Oh, heavens! And when the woman reached down to pick the fallen book up, what position would her back been in? That's right, facing the sky, completely and utterly defenseless. Oh. Then, in the very next moment, while the woman was still bending over picking up the book, oh no! The next object fell through the room above, the jackknife straight into the middle of her back. And at that same time, walking by chance directly behind Miss Green was the defendant, Mr. Soseki Natsume. Oh, it appeared to Mr. Natsume that the woman simply collapsed on the floor. In the dark and the fog, he didn't see the knife falling on her from above. Ah! Ugh! Oh my god, she's so hot. I cannot, sorry. Need focus! Don't let the hotness distract you! Okay, and from the other direction, the constable and his wife saw nothing but the victim and her apparent attacker. So it never was the real culprit to run from the scene in the first place. That's right, no, it was nothing more than a series of unlikely it was more than a series of unlikely events that accumulated in an unfortunate accident. Shit. Focus, we are winning, and that's the real truth behind the case. I rest my case, sir. Oh my god, my throat. Ah. Oh no. Am I right, guys? Well, bitches. Oh shit. Oh my god. I'm like a bit lightheaded now. The very first time you showed me that knife, I had my suspicion. I wondered if perhaps that might have been something like that. Oh, there, old bean. Joanna Beans. Poor Mrs. Garrett. Oh. So what am I? A fucking criminal now? Of course, I never meant for anything of such to happen, but it was my fault, wasn't it? I take full responsibility. Shit. That's not her voice. I let my anger get the better of me. I threw that book, and then I threw the knife as well. Now I am the sword. We're not gonna cut a lady. John, dear. It's alright, I know. Oh. I am ever so sorry. Truly. I'm sorry. I knew it. The symbolism. Oh, bam. Oh. No, the poor couple. Lord Vanzig, what news of Mrs. Garrett? She's been taken to the infirmary. It would appear that today's event had left her in an especially flustered state. However, I believe she'll recover in due course. There's no cause for concern. Yes, Unbeknownst to themselves, they caused what could easily have been a terrible tragedy. They shall have prepared themselves for the consequences of their actions. There's some good news, however, my lord. The victim? Yay! Being treated. I have just had word from the hospital where the victim is being treated. Her condition is improving steadily, and the doctor believes she will regain consciousness soon. Yay! It's strange. We've been talking about the victim all this time, but we never once met her. How wonderful! The woman is out of danger, it seems. Yes, that's good news. So Seki Natsume? Oh my god, I'm here, you guys. Shit. Huh? Yeah, me? Huh? Yes? On behalf of my fellow countrymen, I would like to take this opportunity to beg your pardon, sir. You came from your distant eastern homeland to study our great British culture, and have been repaid with immeasurable unkindness. Please accept our heartfelt apology. Oh, they actually okay. You also apologize, Vanzik. No, it is me who should be begging your pardon. Oh no, Mr. Natsume. That evening, when the young woman just collapsed on the pavement before my eyes, I just jumped to the wrong conclusion again in my confusion. What conclusion? What conclusion, sir? I was sure that the woman was dead. Yes, wait. Oh, wait. Oh no. Wait. What if the woman is actually dead and like the one that's in hospital is actually the fucking imposter? No. Yes, Constable Beard said the same thing, didn't he? He thought she'd been killed too. Yeah, right? Because like if you're still alive, she'd probably be like, you know, moaning in agony. It's like, it hurts, you know, but she's dead, she didn't say anything. I suppose she must have looked completely lifeless. It's been about a year since I arrived in Great Britain now. I still can't get used to life in here. I just can't relax. I'm sure there are evil spirits lurking in fog, like they are haunting me. Poor Soseki-san. His imagination has really got the better of him. Or maybe not. Yes, poor man. So when it happened, I thought the young woman had been taken by the fog spirits. Bruh. I should never have dropped my books like that and run away. I should have called for help, for a doctor, for the police! Instead, I've managed to create a rift in the relationship of a rift in the relationship of trust between our two empires, and for that I'm truly sorry. Aww. Look. Aww. One could indeed say that some sort of mischievous spirit has been at work here. One could indeed say that some sort of mischievous spirit has been at work here, I think. Fucking hell. One that created a chain of unfortunate misshapes. We will be fooled by the spirits and led to the false conclusions. But thanks to Lord Vanzik and our young lawyer here from the east, the chain, call me Lord Ryunosuke, man. And that chain now has been broken and the spirits exorcised. I heartily commend you both. Oh. Now then, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Yes, my lord. In concluding this trial, I must ask one last time for your decision regarding the defendant's culpability. Are you ready to present your final findings to the court? As the foreman of this jury, I can assure you we have reached a fair and just conclusion. I do declare the truth can be extremely cruel at times. Well, Well, I didn't suspect the woman next to me, that's for sure. What the fuck are you doing here? Sitting in for the old bean while she was out, as she's outstation, you know. But I know what her decision would be. Does it mean I'll finally be able to get out here and start work? Well, it's about time. I say I will have to. Shit. I say I will have a corker of a story to tell the grandchildren when I get home one night. I'm dying here. Well, very well. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I hereby demand your final decision. Mr. Foreman?
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Oh, hey.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Nice. Woo. Yay! Very well, Mr. Soseki Natsume. I hereby pronounce you not guilty. Oh my god. Yay! Yatta Sabina! Jonathan's father is finally free, yay. Ham EX is not working as supposed. I know, right? We win, yay! I will breathe now. And finally, Mr. Natsume. Oh, yes, Lord Sir? You are now a free man once more. It is my hope that you will continue further your education in British culture. And may you never again be brought before me. Oh yes, sir, of course. All my life I swear I will never step foot in the courtroom again. Transported to tears. Thank you, consuls. Court is adjourned. Oh my god, fucking finally, you guys. My lord. Okay. Oh, locum. Wait, you mean me? Of course! Is there any other locum here? Is there even one? I mean, me? Compared to the original locum student Naruhodo Esquire, your name has become rather short, hasn't it? What's wrong with you using my actual name? Oh, at last, I'm free! I'm free! Joyful, joyous, jubilant, jubilation! Hailey, heartily happiness, hurrah! Oh, I'm pleased. Mr. Natsume is delighted. It would be so hard just to say that then. Locum, you did it! You saved me from the brink! Well, what happened to the poor woman who was in no way your fault after all? I'm just glad everyone can see that now. No, not that! Lovely lawyer, locum lawyer! Yes? I mean, as I said before, I've just never got used to the life here in Great Britain. Every time I look over my shoulder, I see foreigners, I see towering brick buildings, and from high up windows, I see them looking down at me, laughing. Look at that little hunchback, aww. Oh dear, I'm sure it's all in your head, Mr. Natsume. But today, you, locum lawyer, gave me my gloom to boot. You stood firm behind the baronial bench. What? Baronial? The baronial bench before all the bubbling British. You battled to the bitter end, laying bare the baffling truth. Bibabu babu bibu. And when I beheld the blinding fireworks among the beams of the Bailey's roof, I bellowed, "Behold the best barrister ever born!" Fuck. Well, that's very flattering. And I'm very tired. And we are very pleased for you. It's given me a wonderful anecdote to recount my old friends back in Japan. An anecdote? Is that what it's become to all my hard work? Ah, there you are, my dear fellows. Oh fuck, it's you again. I forgot about you. I apologize for keeping you waiting. I rose late this morning. What have I missed? Oh my god, yo, what up? I see I'm here not a moment too soon. A disaster has been averted, I'm glad to say. This guy should be an actor, I know, right? Instead he's a writer. Oh! The trial shall begin presently. Presently, Mr. Naruto, and I wish you the very best of luck. It's just finished. No, what? No. Then my haste was in vain? Ugh! It's you! Oh my god. Sherlock Sholmes! Oh, have we met, sir? This is Mr. Natsume, the man you had arrested, Mr. Sholmes. Ah, I see. I failed to recognize you at first. Your previous encounters had taken place in that gloom. Either of your bleak lodgings or that prison cell. I simply couldn't place a curious face in the light. Charming. This is all your fault, Sherlock Sholmes. You're the reason I had to go through this terrible ordeal. I'm going to give you a piece of my mind. My apologies, sir, but I assure you, I've placed you now. You are the fellow who abandoned that poor young lady and ran off, are you not? Ah. Has she been taken to the hospital more urgently? I felt perhaps she would have regained consciousness by now. Oh. But it was unavoidable, I'm sure. But we are but human after all. Anyone would have been shaken by such an experience. Touché. I do feel very badly about how I behaved. Well, never mind. Now then, what was it you wanted to say to me, sir? Nothing. Priceless. Oh, I'm sorry, really, but it was quite priceless. Poor Sosake-san. Still, on the bright side, you have had an extremely entertaining experience without paying any penny. Without paying a penny, sorry. And it would seem you are not even found guilty. Guilty. But there's no bright side. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Natsume? Even after this, I'm still cursed by the spirits and not by the Reaper. Oh, Lord Van Zig. What the hell is wrong with his fucking mouth? Oh my god. I haven't forgotten, you know, what facing that man in court means. I should write it down. Even if you're found guilty, you're still doomed. Ah, it will be alright, Mr. Natsume. If the Reaper appears trying to make trouble, I'll protect you. Hiya! Why me? Oh. With a perfectly executed Susato takedown. I love the way he just like turns. As much as I like being turned on my head, a bit of warning might be nice next time, Miss Susato. So, Mr. Natsume, what do you intend to do now? You mentioned something about recounting your experience to your friend back in Japan. Yeah. Yes! I intend to return to my homeland soon. Oh! It has already been a year since I arrived here in Great Britain. I visited universities, libraries, bookshops. I've been honored with a tutelage of professors. I've learned so much about wealth of literature here, and the city it has shaped. I've come to realize that it is my calling to sail home and tell my fellow countrymen about it. Oh, it's very touching, Mr. Natsume. Or in perhaps less vital terms, you wish to withdraw halfway around the world to escape the terror of the Reaper's curse. Shit! That's not it at all! Or maybe? The more I learn of literature, the more this strange feeling claws at my insides. I feel compelled to return to my roots and attempt to pen a work of my own. Oh, I see. A work of literature by Soseki-san. Could be an interesting read. Ha ha ha. And what about Mr. Sato and yourself, Mr. Naruhodo? Sorry, what about us? Are you going to leave? Will you return to Japan alongside your mustache compatriot? Huh? Why would we? We just arrived 2 days ago. Oh shit. Yeah, okay, not a week. Not a week, not what? A week has not yet passed since we arrived in London. Only now does it feel as though we finally found our feet. And you're accommodated in a hotel at present, are you not? That's right, but we need to find lodging before it bankrupts us. I've calculated we can only afford another 10 nights before our entire budget is exhausted. Well then, you can take my lodgings. No thanks. The windowless room? But what it lacks the windows, it more than makes up with the floor and ceiling and walls. Great. And of course, I'll be happy to leave behind the accursed spirits. Oh my, an evil spirit? Yep. Oh yes, it tries to suffocate you while you sleep. It's an invaluable wake-up call. Well, we will think about it, if that's alright. Perhaps I can... Wait, oh my god, my voice is like... Perhaps I can offer you... Wait. Perhaps I can offer a more welcome alternative. Would you consider taking lodging with me? Oh my god, yes! Really? Well, a vacancy has conveniently presented itself. Though it's up to the attic, I might add. Are you sure this isn't just a storage loft? I spoke with the landlady this very morning on the matter of price, and Iris is cleaning the room as we speak. You must come at once. I presume you have no luggage to speak of. Oh, this is simply wonderful. What an honor to be invited to take lodgings in the great detective's office. Attics. I'm too overcome for words. So suggesting we look elsewhere out then. Then it is settled. Iris will prepare a welcome dinner this evening. Hell yeah! And you must come to Mr. Natsume. I insist. I don't know what to say, but thank you and yes! Free meal. Wonderful. Then I'll go and complete the paperwork for your formal release, Mr. Natsume. It shan't take long. And somebody's happy. Oh my god, so lengthy. Locum. I knew that you wouldn't let me down. I'm truly delighted to have met you here in London. Likewise, Mr. Natsume, it's been a privilege meeting you too. It's a shame that we're going to have to say goodbye so soon. Well, I've come to realize that I belong in Japan. But Locum, we'll meet again one day. Yes, I'm sure. And hopefully by then, I'll be a successful lawyer. Hopefully by then, I will be a successful author. Well, my dear fellow, our carriage appeared to have arrived. That was fast. Shall we go, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, Mr. Sholmes. I have little doubt Mr. Natsume will be released in time for dinner this evening. Yay! And so, with Soseki-san's innocent successfully established that what about the fucking weird guy? We rode with Mr. Sholmes to what was to become our new home, 221B Baker Street. Wow! So you guys, did the fucking writer just kill... Oh hey, nice room. So did the writer of this game kill John just so we can like have a lodging with Sherlock? Lol? Hey, it looks not bad actually. I like this. Nice. So this is our new office, yes. Our office? I really like the sound of that. Me too. It's simply wonderful, isn't it? Look at this place. Oh yeah. I hope you can see this, Kazuma. It's only a small step, but I like to think we are getting a little closer to your dream now. Aww. Now kiss? No. So my dear fellows, do you like the place? Oh my god! Sholmes! You without that overcoat is so good. Hello? Mr. Sholmes, thank you very much. Thank you so much. It's a delightful room, Mr. Sholmes. I simply adore it. Oh my fucking god. Good, I'm pleased to hear it. Iris and I are delighted to welcome you. Hello! I hope everyone's hungry. It's nearly time for dinner. We will eat soon as we will eat as soon as Mr. Natsume arrives. We have a lot to celebrate. Why is everyone so hot? I know, right? Iris, you must let me help you. Alright then, Susie. You can be in charge of the salad. Yay, splendid. Who is this girl? It's Iris. It's Shom's roommate. So, Mr. Naruhodo, how does it feel to have your own office in the capital? Very exciting, actually. Oops. I can't help wondering what adventures await us. Those were precisely my sentiments when I first established my office at these premises. Oops. Until I discovered the dark truth about the city of London. That is. Sorry. Dun, 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 dun. London is a glorious place, full of wonder, opportunity, prosperity, and mirth. But the brightest of lights can be dim, casts the darkest of shadows. Shadows? What do you mean? Well, I believe you're well aware of the murkiness that lies behind London's facade already. Facade. So once again, Mr. Naruhodo. Ooh! Welcome to London. Yay! The end? Nope. Of course. At the time, I had no idea that the significance of those words Mr. Shom so casually spoke, but it wasn't long before my turn came to lift the facade and see the true depth of the murk that lay behind it. To be continued? And oh my god, finally. Ranzik is like the type of man that will take care of me, but Shomes is the man who will make me laugh. I know, right? No, Shomes is the man who I will have to take care of. Wow, good case. It was an okay case. It was if I have to rate like 6 out of 10, to be honest, it's dragging way too long and with like a very like disappointing climax, because like I already figured out like third way of the wait, in the first third of the case, you know, so they're just dragging it, so I don't like it. Ooh, oh my god, the Hound of the Baskervilles. I like it very much. It's my first complete case. Oh, nice, Najaf. This one, oh my god, hey! Isn't this like the in the Sherlock Holmes novel, The Hound of the Baskervilles? A hound it was, but not such a hound as any mortal has ever seen. Its eyes glowed with a shuddering glare. The whole of its ox-sized body was outlined in white hot flames. Damn. Okay, I'll play this like maybe next week or something, because I need to like rest my throat. Do I even want to raid someone now? I'm kinda lazy to raid for today, so let's see the new Pokemon trailer. No, I don't care about Pokemon trailer. I don't care about Pokemon. I'm kinda lazy to open like a new. I watch it. Maybe I won't. Actually, Najaf, I don't really care about Pokemon. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Najaf. Yeah, maybe next time. You know what? Maybe we should like do a reaction video. Like maybe I should like ask my people on Discord. You know, like to post links so I can react to it. Maybe we could do that. Like a just chatting screen, just me reacting to short videos or something like that. That would be interesting. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time when I see you. Like, I'll always post my quote-unquote schedule on my Discord. If you haven't followed me, go follow it. Wow, Tito already? Yeah, I was doing uni work, sorry. Take care. No, I'm just going to like relax and watch something after this. So, yeah, you guys take care as well. I'll see you guys next time. So, bye-bye, take care and good night. Najaf, Wunas, and other people. Snow, we're here. Charging, Dawn, Zone, who else? Thea, I guess. I think there's all these few people are here. Very slow night, but good night. Bye.